What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along. We are back again, Saturday night football business. Arsenal against Newcastle from the Emirates Stadium. And listen, it's been an interesting week as an Arsenal fan, to be honest. Smashing up Burnley last weekend, and then a massively disappointing defeat away at Porto midweek. No shots on target, which was just unbelievable, really. And listen, a big game today and a must-win game for Arsenal, you know, if they've got any chance of winning the title. If you're live now, of course, Man City are playing against Bournemouth. They're 1-0 up, 15 minutes to go. So obviously, we'll keep you updated with that. Hopefully, we can get an equaliser from Bournemouth, who have done quite well in this game, actually. And of course, Manchester United were beaten today. Alex Iwobi, former Arsenal player, scoring the winning goal. 2-1 victory for Fulham at Man United. Listen, Man United doesn't affect Arsenal at the moment, but always nice to just let your Man United mates know that they're not really in the equation at the moment. But listen, what is very interesting is the starting lineup. And actually, I've edited this. I need to edit this again. What is very interesting, people, is the starting lineup for Arsenal. And I've actually got to change one of the names in here. Before we get into that, a very interesting lineup. Not one that I necessarily agree with, but what does it matter at the end of the day? If they win the game, I'll shut my mouth. But the headline news here is that Trossard is dropped. And he can't really complain the way he played. But the interesting thing, people, Kai Havertz leads the line up front. Now, I'm going to be totally honest. I don't agree with it. I'm going to keep it 100. Did Trossard play well enough the other day? Absolutely not. Of course he didn't. How many Arsenal players did play well enough, especially in the attack? It just feels too easy for me. It feels too easy for me to drop Trossard and keep Havertz in this team. You know, Havertz, for me, I know people think, oh, you're always complaining about Havertz, but, you know, I'll stand by it until the end of the season and I see anything different. I think that signing severely damaged our season. And it feels like this manager is going to go to any length possible to justify this deal. And, you know, that old saying, don't cut off your nose to spite your face. Like, sometimes, you know, you've just got to hold your hands up and say it's not working. Like, Trossard has played well up front in recent weeks. He's scored goals. Yeah, he had a stinker at Porto, but the whole team stunk out the place in Porto. Listen, I would imagine the thought process behind it is, and this is me trying to justify it through the eyes of Mikel Arteta, maybe he feels because of Newcastle's physicality, Shaw, Botman, that he needs a more physical striker through the middle. I mean, Khalid said Trossard needs a rest. I don't think he does need a rest, because the reality is he hasn't started most of the games this season. He's been used in rotation. People saying we need physicality up front. Listen, I hope he can bring that physical edge to the game. Shaw and Botman are quality. When you play Trossard, you're not playing him for his physical contribution. You're playing it because he's going to drop into the false nine. He's going to get on the turn. He shoots. Any centre-backs that you play Trossard against, you are going to say, you know, he can get bullied. But he is a quality player. Listen, it is what it is. Let's go through the teams. Arsenal team, David Raya in goal. Ben White's at right back. Kivior at left back. Kivior today scares me a little bit again. I'm going to be honest. I know we've given him some credit over the last few weeks. I still think he's a weak link, and up against Almiron today, you know, I think he'll have a job on his hands today. That is for sure. Gabriel and Saliba at centre back, quality, but they need to be better than they were the other night. Midfield then has changed. So the main change, Jorginho comes in for Trossard. Havertz is pushed to striker. Rice, Jorginho, and Odegaard. Crazy thing about this, and I know it's too easy to say, and people will say in hindsight it's easy to say that. I felt Jorginho should have started on Wednesday. But it is what it is. He does add a nice balance to Declan Rice, and we know there's a midfield battle when you play against Newcastle. So it'll be Rice and Jorginho. Jorginho will be in the 6. Rice will get a little bit further forward. Odegaard will play in the pocket. He's the captain. Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left. All I can say about those two is they're lucky we don't have any competition, because those two dropped stinkers on Wednesday. Kai Havertz through the middle. Somebody just said in the comments, I believe you're right, I think this was the team that we beat Liverpool with. Havertz played up front. I was on a whole heap of hopium pre-match saying nuisance factor, space invading. That's about the best you're going to get from him, and that's what I'm looking for today, to be honest. If he can get a goal, I'll be surprised, but it is what it is. The positive news on the bench. One bit of positive news. Gabriel Jesus returns to the Arsenal squad. Very interesting, because in his press conference, he seemed very much like Thomas Partey was at the front of the queue. He was the one that was going to be on the bench. But Partey, surprise, surprise, does not make another Arsenal matchday squad. And we only have 13 games left of the season, 12 by the time this game's finished. Remember in the press conference, Arteta at the end of August saying, maybe a few weeks. We're now looking at, it'll be March by time this guy kicks a ball for Arsenal. Disappointing. But good to see Gabriel Jesus back on the bench. We're going to need all of our options. So the Arsenal bench, a lot more experience than the benches we've seen over the last few weeks. Aaron Ramsdale, of course, story came out yesterday that Ramsdale apparently will seek a move away from Arsenal this summer. He's not prepared to sit on the bench for another season. Bournemouth could be in. Oh my God, what kind of ball is that? Terrible. Please tell me he was offside. Oh, my days. If you're watching this on playback, you're thinking, what's he talking about? Please don't tell me he was onside. I think he might have been offside anyway. Partey isn't injured. Well, we can't speak about that, I'm afraid. Nelson said he's on tag 8 o'clock. But yeah, listen, the bench, Ramsdale, Cedric Elneny, Fabio Vieira, Eddie Nketiah, Reece Nelson, Emile Smith-Rowe, Gabriel Jesus, and Leandro Trossard. So, listen, I'm thinking 20 minutes to go. If we need to improve, Trossard, Jesus, Smith-Rowe, I think you've got options there, which is a lot better. Still no Tomiyasu. Comes back from the Asia Cup, doesn't kick a ball for us. Still no Zinchenko. Still no Thomas Partey. Obviously, Jurriën Timber is a long-term absentee. And whoever said that in the stream the other week, I commend you. I forget who it was, but somebody said in the stream, Jurriën Timber, who did his ACL, which is one of the worst injuries you can possibly do in football, will end up playing for Arsenal before Thomas Partey does. And I'll be honest, you could be right on that, which is absolutely unbelievable. Let's go through the Newcastle lineup. Couple of pros for them, couple of cons for them. I suppose the con is that Karius is in goal. Liverpool fans will know him well. Beer, Liverpool fan here in the comments. Karius is not... I don't want to say too much about what I think of him as a keeper, because he'll probably look like prime Buffon if I say too much. But certainly not a goalkeeper that I rate very highly, and we should be peppering him today. Trippier at right back, Livramento at left back, Shaw and Botman at centre back. Shaw's been out injured, he returns, good centre back. The midfield, Bruno Guimaraes, Longstaff and Miley. Miley, 17 years of age, done really well for Newcastle this season. Longstaff and Bruno Guimaraes. I'm personally happy not to see Joel Linton in the squad. He's out injured. He always seems to bully our midfield. Front three is dangerous, though. Almiron on the right, Gordon on the left, and Isak returns through the middle. He's been injured for ages, and surprise, surprise, Arsenal play them. The guy returns out of nowhere. Remember the Arsenal fans? They were following him, typing in his number plate to see when he was in London. That front three is dangerous. Make no mistake about it. Kivior against Almiron, Ben White against Gordon, and Isak against the centre-backs will be a very good test. We're going to have to be on it. Kivior does worry me a little bit. The bench for Newcastle, Gillespie, Lascelles, Dan Burn, the sloth, finally gets dropped. I've never saw the hype around him, to be honest. Matt Ritchie, Barnes, Kraft, Hall, Murphy. Joe Willock returns to the bench as well, former Arsenal player. Willock, Isak and Shaw have been injured. All three of them have returned for this game. Listen, when we played the away game, obviously we lost. It was a controversial opinion of whether the ball was out or not, VAR. But one thing I will say is Bruno Guimaraes absolutely bullied us with the dark arts. He was slapping people around the head. He was studding people. He did all sorts. We owe him one. There was Arsenal fans online going crazy, calling him a cheat. When I see players do dark arts, I don't think you are a cheat. It's not a nice part of the game, but it's part of the game. I look at my own team and think, you need to be a little bit smarter and a little bit more streetwise. I want to see people, you know, we saw against Porto and the dark arts the other day of Pepe at 40 years of age. I want to see this Arsenal team be a bit more aggressive, a bit more smart. Can you play the referee when you get fouled? You know, look for penalties at times. Listen, it might sound horrible, but it's the game. As you said, Mr. Smith, it's called bending the rules. You're not cheating, you're bending the rules, people. You know how it goes. So we got to be smarter. Rice will have something for Bruno. I'm going to be honest, Bruno Guimaraes is a player I've always looked at and thought Arsenal should have signed him. It was that January when Xhaka was injured and we needed a centre mid. They bought him from Lyon. He should have signed for Arsenal, but it is what it is. And we get into your super chats and we'll go for a few news stories before the game. 8 o'clock kickoff. Make sure you like the video. Let's get 3,000 likes. Subscribe if you haven't already. We've just passed 73k. Big up for all the support. Lee Burnell, big up Big C. C-Unit Business, Rude Boy, bless. Come on, you Gunners. Big up yourself, Lee. Appreciate your support as always. Samuel said, I'm hoping we meet this year in LA, Big C. Big up, Samuel. Hope you're well, bro. We're going to talk about that. So hold your fire on the... you're taking one of my stories there, but we will obviously talk about that. So big up, Samuel. Brian, Brooklyn in the building. Big up Curtis and the community. Please play smart today. With my lady out watching our Gunners. Collecting 3 points is all that matters. 2-0 Gunners. Come on, you Gunners. Big up Brian and your partner. And listen, let's hope they don't mash up the Saturday night. Bournemouth on the attack here, you know. 2 minutes left. If they get a late equaliser here, it will be scenes. Let me just hold tight on this. Come on, just give us a... the City have won the ball back. But I'll keep you updated on that one. Only a couple minutes to go in that game, so we'll have to see if Bournemouth can get a late goal. Man City winding down the clock now, which is annoying. They've had some good chances as well, Bournemouth in this game to score. But one thing I will take out of this as a bit of a positive is that I do think Man City don't quite look as good as they have done in previous years, but you know, it's nothing to get carried away about. I think they're 14 games in a row they've won, so even not at their best, they're still chipping away and winning games. So yeah, Sam Bond, big up Big C. Hope you are well. 8 p.m. game. Put my ticket on the exchange. Trossard is still most likely to score. It's a mistake to drop him. Hope we win. Sam decided to sell his ticket after the Porto performance. I don't blame you. Highbury's local badger. Big up Big C and the whole unit. Much love to you all. Big up to you, bro. And Cooper said, no grazing on the pitch today. Donkey Kai. We don't want to see you chewing grass, my friend. And not just invading space either. Actually, how about being a goal threat? How about going and getting the ball rather than saying, oh, I'm standing in space and I was waiting for the ball to arrive? How about actually doing something outside of your comfort zone? That would be great. Assassin, big up Curtis. I might sound crazy. Would you take Bruno Fernandes from Man United? Good player, bad environment. I would take a punt on him. I wouldn't take him. I don't like it. I don't like how he plays. He loses the ball too much. And I think the way we play... Head! Oh my days, Bournemouth nearly scored. Just wide header. Ederson was scrambling. Oh my days, apologies people. Yeah, Bruno for me. Oh, that was so close. Bruno for me is not a player I would take. He loses the ball too much. You know, he would not get in the Man City team, the Liverpool team. I wouldn't want him in the Arsenal team. He might put up some decent stats, but he forever loses the ball. I watched some of that Man United game today. He was absolutely awful. So bad. Havertz only starts because he cost 65 mil. That's the only reason. Listen, no lies told whatsoever there. We know the reason. It's favoritism. It's justifying your buy. You know how it goes, people. Bournemouth are on the attack again. Come on. Oh! Yo, Bournemouth are playing well here. 6 minutes added on. We're in the 91st minute. Apologies. If you're watching this on playback, you're thinking, what the hell is he doing here? But this is on edge right now. And, I'd love a Bournemouth equaliser. No centre-back on the bench. We need an early goal. Good point. Yeah, I mean, I suppose Cedric would come on at right back. Ben White would be pushed to centre-back. Kivior could also be pushed to centre-back. Nando said, Big C, I think we draw today. If we draw today, mate, Arsenal therapy tomorrow, and I just don't want to be doing Arsenal therapy on a Sunday. It's not the way that we want to do this. Where is Thomas Partey? I mean, it's the question we ask every single week, my friend. So nobody knows where he is. We don't even see him at the ground most of the time. So is what it is. Anyway, couple of stories to get into. We got 40 minutes until kickoff, so a few bits and bobs to talk about. Arsenal tour underway again. Arsenal love an American trip. I don't mind personally, but when Arsenal announced this, was it yesterday? There was a lot of people in the comments disgruntled. Why are they going to America again? Why won't they go to Australia? Why won't they visit Asia? Why won't they go to Africa, the Caribbean, South America? But they're going to America. We know why they're going to America, people. Coming to America settings. They're there for the power of the dollar, people, which was a mixtape from 50 Cent some years back. It's confirmed Arsenal will visit USA for their pre-season summer tour as part of their preparations for 24-25. They will play against Manchester United in the SoFi Stadium in LA, which is, of course, the Kroenke Stadium, on the 27th of July against Manchester United. And they will play against Liverpool in the Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia on the 31st of July. So just 4 days later. Now, I was told yesterday that there's a likeliness that there will be another game added to this tour because the tour is very short, 5 days or 4 days between those two games. I doubt they're going to go all the way to America for a 4-day tour. Those of you in the comments saying don't buy no Drake tickets, you're right on that one. Here come Bournemouth. Oh, the cross is blocked. 3 minutes to go. So apparently I'm hearing there will probably be a third game added, potentially against an American side, or like last year, which was the All-Stars of MLS All-Stars game. So, yeah, expect a third game. Don't know what city, but they did say on the website that there will be further announcements. So I believe tickets go on sale in the next week or so. So look out for that. We'll talk about it on the streams anyway. And big up. Hopefully meet some of the C-Unit community. Curtis went back and listened to some old school 50 yesterday. Bro, it's the way forward, man. I'm telling you. All this mumble rap, all this auto-tune, I'm not with it. I can't lie. Bournemouth again. Oh, Solanke on a bicycle kick puts it wide. Feels like they're not going to score, I'm afraid. 2 minutes to go. Half a chance, that. We kick off this game in 35 minutes to make sure. But yeah, hopefully a lot of you go on the tour anyway, and hopefully meet a lot of you over there. Big up. So yeah, Philadelphia running up the Rocky Balboa steps, and LA again. Shaq said, I like both mumble rap and lyrical rap. Yeah, listen, you go in a nightclub, it's a wave. Future, you know what I mean, Lil TJ, Travis Scott, but, lyrical level, it ain't the same, is it? But you know what I'm saying. Hey, listen, the Drake car park, leave them ones alone, people. Serves me right, really. Who wants to go and watch a Drake concert? Another story today around this, man. It's another day, another story of Ivan Toney. Ghetto Quran is one of my favourite 50 Cent tracks. Ivan Toney once again being linked with a move to Arsenal. It's funny, 3 days ago, there was a story out saying Arsenal are looking for a younger striker, and it's believed they won't be going for Ivan Toney. 3 days later, there's a report today from Team Talk saying Arsenal have been putting in the groundwork to sign Ivan Toney over the last few months. the story they've put out does make sense, but I'm not going to buy into it until I see him holding up the shirt. When you put it like this, Chelsea need a striker. They're not really being linked with Ivan Toney. There's rumours Man United want him. They're not really being linked with him. He's a Liverpool fan and they're not really being linked with him, which makes you think, has he already made it clear to somebody that, listen, I'm going elsewhere. There's no point really jumping in the race. So some people saying the reason other clubs aren't being linked with him is because Arsenal have basically already done the deal. Whether you believe that or not, I would say, don't necessarily buy into these transfer rumours. A lot of the rumours are coming from the press, not necessarily from Arsenal. Ivan Toney turns 28 on March the 16th. And, would he be classified as too old for Project Youth? Kevin De Bruyne, one-on-one with the keeper. Oh, he's tackled, but I think the full-time whistle's going to go. We're over the 6 minutes added on. Let's get Harry Kane instead. I would take Harry Kane, shamelessly. We know he's a boyhood Arsenal fan anyway. I just need a clinical striker. We need some physical presence. Whoever that is, that I don't believe the club have any excuse for not signing a striker of high quality this summer. Osimhen has a release clause. You pay it. You're a big club. He will leave. Man City have won, by the way, 1-0. We know that Ivan Toney will leave if a big club comes in for him. You've got Sesko, you've got Jimenez, you've got Openda, you've got, there's multiple options out there, so there's no excuse for Arsenal not to sign a quality striker this summer. Lawrence said, unpopular opinion, Toney won't get a big move. Listen, it's interesting because couple of things will go against him. There's no doubt about that. Number one, he's come off a 6-month ban for betting scandal. That kind of PR is not great. Number two, he's 28 years of age next month. Now, 28 is not old, but in modern football, big clubs like to sign players that can potentially have transfer value moving forward just in case the situation doesn't work. If you sign Toney for 70, 80 million and he has a bad 2 years, at 30 years of age, his value will absolutely plummet. I'm not necessarily, I don't worry about that. I would still buy him if he was the one they decided to go for. But I do understand from a business point of view, you can't just spend money blindly and not have a plan in case it doesn't work. So Arsenal, Boss J said it. Toney has too much dirt for squeaky clean Arsenal PR. We will get a young striker. I would go for Toney, but it would not surprise me if Arsenal went for somebody a little bit younger and, like you said, a little bit more squeaky clean. Just because I've never really had this vision of Mikel Arteta managing Ivan Toney. I think it's... King Buck said, for me, it's Vlahovic or Osimhen. I reiterate it all the time that there is nothing at all suggesting that Vlahovic will leave. In fact, the stories I'm reading are that Juventus want to extend his contract. He said openly Juventus was his dream club and they're having a decent season. I don't think Vlahovic leaves. Osimhen will leave this summer, in my opinion. But I think a number of clubs would be willing to pay his release clause. But we'll see. It'll be interesting. It will be interesting, that is for sure. But we're not short of options, so I don't want to see any excuses. Steven said, Curtis Shaw TV is fire. Troops also. Big up Troops. Leigh said, I don't think we'll get a striker. I think we'll get a winger like Nico Williams and move Martinelli up front. Leigh, I hear you on that, but it's not like he often plays Martinelli up front. So, it's not... He's had opportunities to put him up there and doesn't really put him there. So, I don't know. Simon said, I think Osimhen will go to PSG. They're going to need a striker once Mbappe goes. Would he want to go there? Possibly. But Olo said, lick down the like button, see unit. But come on, let's get 1,000 likes pre-kickoff. No messing about. Let's do this. Big game, must-win game. We actually don't play after today for 9 days. A week on Monday is Arsenal's next game. We play Sheffield United away, which, Sheffield United have been getting slapped. So I would hope we win today, and then it's a little bit of a break. 9 days gives us an opportunity to get the likes of Tomiyasu, Partey, Zinchenko back to fitness. Big up Christian Harkness, who's gifted a Curtis Shaw TV membership. Really appreciate that, bro. Why always me said, do you like Eminem? Yeah, listen, lyrically, unquestionable, he's an outstanding rapper, you know. Harry Kane makes it 27 goals in 23 games in the Bundesliga. Crazy, though. He's scoring all them goals. Looks like he might not win the title. Carlos said, I know we need to think about this season, but I'm shaking with excitement for what should be the most exciting summer in Arsenal history. I mean, I hear you, Carlos. I do. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I'm certainly not shaking unless I'm Harlem shaking in a nightclub. I'm not shaking with excitement. And I tell you why. I've heard this story. I've seen this story time and time again. So I'm a long way from shaking with excitement. How many times under Arsene Wenger did you read the war chest story from John Cross? I thought we were signing Higuain. I thought we were signing Benzema. I thought we were signing Mbappe. We all know how those summers ended up. We signed Giroud. We signed Lucas Perez. We signed Danny Welbeck. So I would, if you are shaking with excitement, my advice would be stop shaking, because you know, last summer was our most expensive transfer window of all time. 200+ million in one window. You know, one of our big signings was Kai Havertz for 65 million. So spending a lot of money doesn't necessarily mean it's that good. And listen, we're going to have... Next season will be very difficult. Man City might sign a big player. New manager at Liverpool, how does that affect them? Jim Radcliffe, you know, they're talking already about Man United want to sign Vinicius Jr. Now, I don't expect that to happen, but it can change. If Chelsea click, who knows? So my thought process is I want to see it this season. You know, next season is next season. I always hear about next season at Arsenal, you know. Big up TI Sports News, who's a big up new member. Is that TI? Yeah, TI Sports News, big up, bro. Appreciate you becoming a member. Arteta will say Timber is like a new signing, Wenger style. Well, we've seen that one before, haven't we? Hopefully we get him back before the end of the season. That is for sure. We need it. It would be a great option today, you know, and there's a lot of good wingers who, you know, I feel like Kivior, okay, he's done well, but we need better. Apparently, we're supposed to get Benzi the season Suarez went to Barca. Well, Suarez did an interview, didn't he, saying he'd agreed terms to go to Real Madrid. Benzema was going to get sold to Arsenal. The deal was verbally agreed. Suarez went to the World Cup and bit Chiellini. Real Madrid backed out of it. They didn't want the PR. Barcelona were willing to take him. So we were literally one bite away from signing Karim Benzema. I mean, I said it before and I said it again, people. I'm convinced one day the cameraman's going to jump out and say, you know, surprise, you're in the Truman Show. We lured you all in with Bergkamp, Henry, Vieira, Tony Adams, and now we're just making you suffer to see how much you can take. It is the Truman Show. One nibble of his shoulder, we would have had Karim Benzema up front, possibly with, you know, Ozil and a couple of years later Alexis Sanchez. Just one bite, people. Just one bite. David, big up, bro. He said, facts, Big C, it's the hopium that kills. You know what? I looked back the other day, and I said this on Friday. I said, I can't believe I fell for the trap. I can't believe it. I cannot believe I sat there pre-match on Wednesday and allowed myself to get carried away. How can I not learn from all these years? How can I not learn? Don't allow yourself to get caught up in the hype. But it's a football fan. I sat there and I said, listen, we're gonna do this. We're gonna batter Porto, and we're big time in this Champions League and this title race. After that game, everything came crashing back down to earth. I'm chilling. I ain't getting carried away with nothing. You know, it's the hope. It is the hope. I need to slow down the chat a bit because the chat is absolutely flying today, which is a credit to you guys. Big up to all of you tuned in. Nearly 3,000 of you in here already. And we're going to look ahead to today's game because let me get one thing abundantly clear here. This is absolutely, well and truly, a huge must-win game of football for Arsenal. Man City have won. Liverpool, this is their weekend off in the Premier League. They got the Carabao Cup final tomorrow. We're 4 points behind Man City. We're 5 points behind Liverpool. We cannot afford to drop any points. Anything less than a win, and it's an absolute disaster of a week. Are we out of the race? No, not completely, but psychologically, I would seriously be worried if we do not win this game. Now, Newcastle are going to be up for it. Newcastle are 7 points behind Man United with this game in hand. If they were to win, they'd only be 4 points behind United. Obviously, top 6 would guarantee them at least a Europa League spot. 7th could be a Conference League spot. Newcastle, with the backing that they've got, with the FFP issues, they need European football. This is going to be a tough game. Isak has returned. He's been injured for a number of weeks. I've spoken about him. It's a striker that I would potentially take at Arsenal. And I'm going to be honest. When he was at Sociedad, I had reservations about him because I looked at the goal record and I wasn't impressed. So, you know, but I'll be honest, he's come to the Premier League and he looks a much better player than what I thought he was based on the numbers. So, listen, I think that the lesson there is to watch the player a lot more than just the stats. But ultimately, when you're buying an expensive striker, you do want to see stats alongside. This is going to be a tough game. Joe Willock's on the bench. He's returned. He'll want to prove a point. Fabian Schär is back. He's a good striker. Obviously, the headline for Arsenal is that your boy Trossard's been dropped. Jorginho comes in. Havertz is pushed up to the striker position. The explanation online is that because of Shaw and Botman's physical presence, that they feel Havertz is a better striker to lead the pack than Trossard. I don't necessarily buy into that. Not that he's not stronger, you know, that Trossard isn't weaker than Havertz, because Havertz's a big lad. He's 6'3". My thing is, you can be big. It doesn't mean you're strong. And you can be big. It doesn't mean you're going to score goals. Trossard, to me, is a bigger goal threat than Kai Havertz, but he needs to prove himself. The last time he played up front was Liverpool. I said, all you're going to get is nuisance value. And in reality, he caused a nuisance. I'm not going to lie. He caused a heck of nuisance. So, and we won that game. So, I'm not going to overhype him, but I'm saying I want to see nuisance value. Win a penalty, win free kicks, hold the ball up, link up with the wingers, bring something to the team. Don't spend the game rolling around on the pitch. Is he going to score? It's not the most likely, but I hope he does. I really hope it. As much as I'm not a fan of Kai Havertz, I hope he proves all of us wrong. I hope he scores a hat-trick tonight, and I'll get him on the green screen shamelessly. But I want to be proven wrong by him. Gonna deja vu, take Partey out with the rest of the rubbish, leave him on the curb, save everyone some trouble. I've given up on him. I've given up. If he turns up for 3 games, 8 games, 10 games, it is a bonus. But just write him off, and whatever games you get out of him, it's a bonus. As far as I'm concerned, psychologically, Partey's done for the season. You know, and listen, I know he trained all week, but mentally I've taken him out of my thought process. I'm not turning up to a game thinking, it's Partey on the bench. I'm just like, you know what? I'm not expecting him to be on the bench. If he turns up, then, you know, it's a bonus. Ronaldinho, stand up if you don't love Tottenham. Well, of course, we have to stand up quickly for that one. Partey is closer than close. Closer. Who was that song back in the day? Neo. I just can't help myself. You remember that song back in the... I just can't stop. I just can't stop. He's moving like Neo. You know what I mean? How close is close? He was close to a return weeks ago. The guy still ain't on the pitch. You know what I mean? I'm done with him. Listen, let's have a look at the Premier League table. This is what matters at the end of the day. It's where you finish in this table at the end of the season. I keep saying it. Stay in the race. Stay in the race. That's all we can do. Stay within touching distance of City, of Liverpool, and get to the end and see what happens. That's where I'm at with it, you know, and I want to see more from this team. Don, listen, I don't hide. I do not hide, my friend. He said, people like Curtis in Turkish will never talk about average baller Martinelli, always talk about Havertz. Don, you're a troublemaker, you know. Do you know why that conversation doesn't... If you watch my player ratings on Friday, I said Martinelli's playing football like he's got rice pudding for his brain. So I do talk about Martinelli. The difference between Martinelli and Kai Havertz, Martinelli scored 15 Premier League goals last season, right? And he's just turned 22 years of age. Havertz is an established international Premier League player who costs £65 million. So whilst I agree with you that, okay, maybe sometimes we do overhype Martinelli, but Martinelli cost £7 million. We signed him from the 4th division in Brazil. And he's now a Brazilian international. Klopp said he's generational. 15 goals last season. Yeah, listen, how many times do I say lift your head, bro? You know what I mean? Rice pudding brain. Ricky Martinelli, she bangs, she bangs. Oh, babe, the way she moves, It was Ricky Martinelli the other day. I don't hide, bro. I don't hide. But we cannot be comparing Martinelli and Kai Havertz, I'm afraid. One's a space invader. One's actually a pretty good footballer that Klopp would actually sign him today if you could. Big up Big C. What will happen if City are found guilty? Well, then they'll be in big trouble. But let's be real. Do you expect them to get found guilty? I don't. Too much money. They're too big in Europe now. I don't think they will. I think the Premier League will crumble. There'll be brown envelopes. There'll be more backhanders than a game of Federer against Nadal. So I don't expect them 115 charges to stick. Let's be real. Let's keep it 100. This is what you have to understand about English football, which is different to most leagues, right? The Premier League is not the Football Association. The Premier League is a separate business. They are a business. They're not the Football Association who run the leagues around the world. So the Premier League's number one thing is, can we create the biggest football platform around the world that makes the most money? If you run the Premier League right now, you're the money man at the top of the Prem. You do not want 115 charges to go on to Manchester City. Manchester City are the kings of world football at the moment. They won the treble. Champions League winners, Haaland, Pep. What are you going to do? Put 115 charges on them, relegate them to the Championship. You know how much money you're losing? That's Haaland going. That's Pep going. That's De Bruyne going. That's Foden going. That's a whole heap of money coming out of their pocket. It ain't happening. It is not going to happen. They will get a big fine that it would be like pocket change to them. And yeah, they might get 3 points. They might get 6 points. They ain't going to be the end of the world. They ain't getting 115 charges and relegated and things like that. It will not happen. It will not happen. I'm telling you now. It's a business. Money talks, people. Dizzy Rascal settings. Dirty cash, I want you. Dirty cash, I need you more. Listen to the lyrics, man. No lies. They're going nowhere. Everton, yeah, man, they can hold 10 points. The Premier League don't care about Everton. When's the last time you walked down your street and saw somebody wearing an Everton shirt? Unless you live in Liverpool. You tell me. Because I haven't seen an Everton shirt for about 15 years. Probably when there was a Wayne Rooney shirt or a Tim Cahill when he used to do the boxing celebration. Ain't no one wearing no Everton shirts, bro. So they said, yo, they can hold 10 points. They didn't care. Carla said, it's like I said before, West Ham in this stream. When I said we need 5 or 6 goals this game, we need to batter Newcastle, not 1 or 2-0. Show teeth. I mean, it's going to be a tough one. Nico, big up, bro. He said, Wagwan, Big C from the grill on vacation, visiting family and friends. Arsenal best not mash up my weekend. We need 3 points. You're lucky, man. I wish I was in the grill right now. Some proper weather on the beach and that, you know. But, hey, it is what it is. I tell you now, Mikel. Mikel's on the screen right now. Listen, Cone, man. I'm about to come here and mash up the weekend, you know. It's Saturday night. You can't mash up the Saturday night, bro, with some stupidness. I better not see Arsenal lose tonight because my patience is low after the Porto game. I can't lie. Big up Jerome. He said, big up Big C in the community. What UK rappers you listen to? Came across these old gents, Pete and Baz. Are they for real? Asking for a friend. For me, I mean, Dave. I think Dave right now is one of the best in the UK. Nines as well. I don't listen to that much UK. I know there was a new, was it Daily Duppy? Gets, where he's talking about football. That's a banger as well. But yeah, Dave, Nines, Gets. There's one or two others. Big up Jerome. Big up Phil. Thank you for the super sticker, bro. Appreciate that. Jerome said Mbappe will play for Arsenal before Partey does. Yeah, probably will. You might not see Partey play for Arsenal again. 12 games after tonight, and then I think they sell him in the summer. Helen said, Big C, I think you should release a covers album. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. If I need to re-release tracks and sing them, I'm ready for it. Get me in the studio, a bit of editing, make it sound a bit better. You know, I'm ready to go. Sniper Scope, Big Steve said the outcome won't be what we want. Come on, they know, man. We all know. We all know. I've heard so many people, yo, them 115 charges. Don't be banking on that. Who is that? Is that Getz? How have I just said Getz? And Getz is in the stadium giving Gabriel the Player of the Month award. Crazy. Wretch as well. How can I forget Wretch? Rimsey, yeah, Potter Paper. Listen, there's loads. There is loads. Anyway, listen, huge game for Arsenal tonight. And I don't really know, if I'm being honest, how confident I am about this game or not. Part of me says, under the lights at the Emirates, Saturday night, with what happened at Newcastle, you know, with the ball going out and so on and so forth, we're gonna give them a beat down. The other part of me says, when Arsenal drop points in a big game, it feels like sometimes it can be 2 or 3 games before they actually recover from what happened. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know. By the way, Keown and Rio Ferdinand and the lady who was, who is the reporter, they were asking Edu about the summer transfer window. I don't know if any of you guys have heard that pre-match, but let me know. Hey, Jar, of course, my bro, of course. Apologies. Big up my bro, Jar Digger. Make sure you go and follow him. Best in the UK, Bonnet. Are you going on the US tour? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe. Probably. It'd be interesting to see where the third game is if they go for another game as well. But yeah, man, I'm definitely a bit nervous. Edu was waffling. Fair enough. If he's waffling, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, listen, Karius is in goal for Newcastle, man. Karius, you know how bad this guy is. Ain't this the guy? Is this the guy who dropped the ball for Liverpool in the Champions League against Benzema? I forget if that was him. I always remember this guy was a terrible goalkeeper at Liverpool. Nick Pope's injured. Dubravka's not playing. They're down to the bare bones, man. If we do not pepper this brother Karius, then I don't know. You don't rate Central City? He's good, you know, but I'm not a big fan of him, to be honest. Lyrically, he doesn't really wow me, but he's had great success. We will get 3 points with a normal Havertz, says Phil. Bro, Kev, get well soon, bro. We're waiting for your full recovery so we can have that conversation about normal Kai Havertz. I need to know. Still need to know what normal is. Bale, yeah, did Bale score the bicycle against Karius? I think he did. Karius was concussed by Ramos' elbow. Brian said, hey, Curtis, tuned in from Nairobi, Kenya. Let's go, Gunners. Big up yourself, bro. Havertz or Willian. I mean, it's not a good option to give me, is it? I mean, Willian was probably worse at Arsenal than Havertz is. But the thing with Willian, number one, we didn't pay anything for him. Number two, he ended up on the bench very quickly. Number three, he played for Arsenal during lockdown, so I never actually had the pain of watching him live from a stadium. And number four, he left the football club before we actually got back into the stadium. So I can at least forgive Willian that you came, you failed, and you left before we had to deal with you being in the stadium. I feel like Havertz, you know, we're going to be stuck with this brother for a few years. So, you know, it's one of them, innit, you know. Did you see Xhaka's goal? What a goal, crossbarring in last night. He was just about to get subbed off. King Darius said, Curtis, Partey, Tomiyasu and Timber is back. Who loses their spot on the bench? El Neni for Partey. Tomiyasu for probably Cedric. Yeah, Timber for Eddie and Nketiah, probably. I mean, he probably wouldn't take Eddie off the bench. I'm convinced he's his adopted son. Did you see on Ria how shocked he was when he saw Kate Abdo 2006? He wanted to go, and I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. Cedric, El Neni, and Nketiah are done easy. Not knowing this manager, he'll keep them guys involved. We're 10 minutes away from kickoff, people. Massive game. Saturday night football and a must-win game. Irish Gooner said Willock will be gunning to get on. He's been out for a while. When they bring him on, he's gonna be fired up, man. He is going to be fired up. That is for sure because, you know, played for Arsenal, got sold. But listen, we're 10 minutes away from the game. How do you guys see this game going? You know, I definitely ain't got that confidence I had on Wednesday night. That was a serious mistake, me hyping up Arsenal as much as that. Stackademic said, what would a loss mean? Mathematically, we'd still be in the title race. Psychologically and realistically, I think we'd be out the title race. Some people might say that's an exaggeration. We'd only still be 5 points off the top. I think a defeat would be game, set, and match. Straight sets. Lock it off, as far as I'm concerned. You have to win this game. There's no way out. I don't want to hear, oh, we're still in it, mathematics and all that foolishness. Win this game of football. You're at home against Newcastle. You want to win the league, you got to win this game. Even a draw for me is forget it. Win only. W's only, people. Must-win game. Let's talk about the team. Big up everyone tuned in. 3,300 of you tuned in on YouTube. 38 of you on Twitch. Big up the whole C unit. Let's go Saturday night. Do not ruin our Saturday night, people. Member stream is on Monday. Get yourself involved in that one. Hopefully we got positive things to talk about. Rather than, you know, what would be a horrific 4 days after Porto. I do believe they can win this game. I really do. Listen, you've got to look at it like this, right? We've got a few games until the international break. International break is around the corner. And we need to get to it in a good position, right? We need to get to the international break in a good position because there's a lot of big games around the corner for us and our opponents. Newcastle tonight, Sheffield United away a week on Monday. Monday night football, which we haven't had for a while. Classic football boots. We will do a stream, maybe during the international break. We've then got Brentford at home, then Porto, then Chelsea. Then it's the international break, right? So, and after the international break, if I just scroll down a tiny bit, it is just a small matter of Manchester City at the Etihad. So, but during that time, the thing to focus on is that Liverpool play against Man City during that same time. So there will be dropped points during this time period. I said it the other day. In my opinion, Arsenal have got to win their next 5 games. That is Newcastle at home tonight, win. Sheffield United away, you've got to win that. They're terrible. Brentford at home, I would expect us to win that, and Sheffield United. Porto, we know how big that game is, and we've got to win that by a couple of goals. But, you know, if they're about that life, you've got to turn them over. Then Chelsea at home. Chelsea is more difficult, but I still think at the Emirates, we should be beating Chelsea at home. This is not the Chelsea of old. International break, 2.5, just over 2 weeks. Then it is City at the Etihad. If you're going to the Etihad, right, on the 31st of March, and in that Newcastle, Sheffield United, Brentford or Chelsea game, you have dropped points somewhere or lost, I think you're out of it. I think you're... Listen, I mean, like you said, Boss Jake, 13 out of 15, you might get away with that depending on the result between Liverpool and City. But then you'd be frustrated if they draw and we drew with somebody else and we haven't gained the advantage. They've both got a terribly difficult game out the way. We've still got to go to Man City, got to go to Man United, got to go to Tottenham, got to go to Brighton. So I know some people will say that's a lot to ask for. I feel we need to win 5 games out of 5. And listen, how many times have we seen Man City win the title and they win 10, 12, 14 games in a row? Now, the interesting thing, and that's a great point, if Chelsea beat Leeds in the FA Cup, which is likely to happen, it's at Stamford Bridge, although maybe not the way they've played this season, and Leeds are flying second in the in the Championship. Bryn will be very happy with that. Big win against Leicester yesterday. Shout out Bryn. Then the Chelsea game will be postponed because Chelsea will be playing in the FA Cup on that weekend that we are supposed to play them. So in theory, we could not be playing football from the 12th of March, which is when we play Porto, all the way up until the 31st of March when we play against Manchester City. So the reality is, you know, that would be nearly 3 weeks of no football, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Number one, you want to keep, you know, the match practice going. Obviously, during the 2-week break, it's international, so your Sakas and Declan Rice and which other players in the team, they'll go and play for their national team, so they will be playing. But, you know, you're looking at nearly 3 weeks with no Arsenal game, which, number one, from a content creator's point of view, is not great. And number two, you just wonder if they're going to be able to keep, you know, that sharpness. Yeah, gold steak, please. We need gold steak for Mikel. That's what we need. Mukhtar said, City's next 5 games. Man United at home, Liverpool away, Brighton away, Arsenal at home, Villa at home. This is what I'm saying. The way Manchester City are playing, and I don't want to get carried away, I think City will drop points in those 5 games. I mean, Man United were horrific today, so I'm not relying on them. I think Liverpool will take points off City. Brighton away. Brighton are very inconsistent. Arsenal, of course, we got to go to the Etihad and do something. Villa, they're up and down as well. I think City will drop points in those 5 games. Listen, no ifs, no buts, no maybes. Let's focus on the absolute facts. And the facts are the players are out on the pitch, which means it's game time coming up, which means there will be goosebumps on Martin Odegaard's arm any second now when North London Forever is sung. I don't know if anybody's heard. I've always said on this channel, I'm joking, but I'm not joking. Hey, big up. Kara said, Curtis with more live viewers than AFTV. Big up, my guy. Listen, Rob, just call me, bro. I can help. Hey, I'm joking. But listen, C-Unit community, we're moving crazy. We're moving wild. They got 3,300 live at the moment. We got 3,500. I told you, we're not messing around. It's like 50 Cent, window shopper, piggy bank. We're not messing about, people. But big up. Where do I fit? Hey, don't worry, man, Eros. We'll sort out the mod thing. I am going to change some mods during the international break. There's a few who are not lively now. Juan said, big up Big C, stuck at work today. Must win game. Oh, absolutely. What I was going to say, I always said, you know, that North London Forever track. I said, nah, you know what? I get it, but it ain't for me. I joked. I said, play Rough Riders Anthem. I know, listen, they ain't going to play Rough Riders Anthem. I don't know if you've heard this thing about the North London Forever song, and if you listen to the whole track, there's some crazy lyrics in that track. So yeah, if you ever get a chance, go and look on that track. I knew why I never really bought into that track, you know, but hey, it is what it is. But anyway, CSTV 1 trophy, Spurs none. Exactly, we've won more than them. Listen, 2 minutes until kickoff, people. Yeah, Cello. You know, you've probably already seen it. I knew that track was a madness. I'd rather, y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. You know what I mean? Go crazy in there, man. Go wild in there. Score predictions, people. Arsenal against Newcastle. Here, Newcastle. Santiago. You know what? That kind of made me like Newcastle, the goal film. But nah, you know, we got to put that out of our mind. Gonna roller. Newcastle got Karius in goal. We need to shoot on sight. Exactly. That goalkeeper is awful. He's probably only a bit better than Ron Arson. Give me a score predictions. I'm going to be totally honest. I'm going for a 2-1 win. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's more than that. I hope we smash them, but the confidence levels are not sky high. I'm going to play it down, and if it's bigger than that, then cool. You know, I'll be happy. Big up the real DJ King Calib. He said, hi, can I get a shout out? Big up, bro, Twitch gang. S. Rooney going for 2-1. Elton says 7-0. I hope you're right. I hope you mean 7-0 Arsenal as well. Don says 5-2 Arsenal. I would like that. That'd be an exciting game. Larte's going 4-1, and you know, he doesn't get carried away, so I hope you're right, bro. Even 1-0 is great. listen, I take any victory, but I hope we get a bit more excitement and a few more goals. North London Forever's playing. Goosebumps all over Odegaard's arm. You better hope they don't sing the second verse where they're talking about some different things. But anyway, they're in the huddle. The huddle merchants, they're out. North London Forever is out as well. Mimi said, can I have a shout out? Big up, big up, big up. Curtis, this morning I had Dipset blaring through the speakers at the gym, letting the people, you got to let them know what time it is. Harlem, we're underway, people. We are underway. We might need some of that Harlem spirit today. Arsenal against Newcastle. Rescue the season. Arsenal on the attack. After 5 seconds, Martinelli wins a corner. Great start. Let's go. Corner to Arsenal already. Martinelli wins it. Finally, he does lift his head up. Fabricator at the games against Newcastle. I can't shake the trauma of seeing Wilson on one screen with a tooth hanging out and the hypocrite tearing his shirt on the smart screen phone. An imprinting experience. Hey, listen, you're a hypocrite. Hey, big up Fabricator. Corner to Arsenal. Can we get an early goal? In-swinger, Declan Rice settings, whips it in. It's in the air. Oh, it's headed away. Comes back out to Deckers. What you got, fella? Wins another corner. Great start to the game. 2 corners within 30 seconds. And the Emirates is rocking. I'm not even going to lie. The atmosphere is crazy today. Arteta said he needs the fans to support them. And they're here. I'm calling it now. Kai Havertz header. Watch this. Declan Rice whips it in. Havertz flicks it on. No, it's flicked on though. It is Havertz. Oh, comes out. Saka shoots. That's terrible. He puts it in the River Thames. Goes out for a goal kick. Well, good start to the game. That's the kind of start you want. I was trying to speak it into existence there, man. He's actually getting his shirt pulled there, Saliba, but not enough to get a penalty. Great start to the game, but look at Saliba's shirt getting pulled there, man. Comes out to Jorginho, lays it off to Saka. Saka whips it over the bar. Not a great shot. The game is very much underway, and Newcastle look very like they're going to try and press Saka. 1-2 with Odegaard. Saka, you're going to get caught, bruv. Hurry up. Get up off the floor, man. Don't look for protection from the refs. It wasn't a foul. Good tackle by Jorginho. Atmosphere sounds great. I'm not even going to lie. I've turned it up a bit louder. Karius in goal. Lock it off. That brother is bad. Listen, no shots on target, African Giant, on Wednesday. If you don't shoot on target, you can go in goal. I can go in goal. I'll look like prime Peter Schmeichel. You know what I mean? You need to shoot to test the goalkeeper. Hey, big up Caleb who said, I'm watching at the Emirates. Enjoy, man, enjoy. Good pressing there by Kai Havertz, a.k.a. 29, a.k.a. Donkey. And then just as I praise him, he goes and fouls him and gives away a free kick. There you go, people. There you go. The life and times of Kai Havertz, not Sean Carter. Kai Havertz does well, wins the ball off Shaw, then fouls the next guy. It's going to be a roller coaster with this guy, isn't it? In fact, it already is. The Geordies are in town. Listen, one thing about the Newcastle fans, I can't lie. They'll sing their head off. A lot of their fans take their shirt off. They're crazy. Toon Army, as they call them. But listen, big game. Here's Saka again. Are we going to get step-overs from him? That's all I'm asking for. I just want a bit of skill. Bit of skill from Saka is all I'm asking for. I'm a FIFA merchant. I don't like wingers with 2-star skill moves. I need step-overs, flip-flaps, nutmegs, maybe the occasional scoop over your head, people. Ball over the top, looking for Havertz. Doesn't reach him. Trippier clears it. Former Tottenham player, so he won't get a great reception. Jorginho. And I tell you what is evident here is that Declan Rice is playing a lot further forward with Jorginho in the team. Does well there, Kivior. Thought Martinelli's pass was short. Jorginho sitting in the 6 role. Rice is up there with... that's a poor pass from Martinelli. Tried to switch it to Saka. It's cut out there by Anthony Gordon. And Newcastle have possession. Even a Cruyff turn, I'll take it. Even a Cruyff turn. Do you think it was the right decision to drop Trossard? I'll let you know at full time, bro. I was surprised, but at the same time, I'm not surprised. It's the easiest option, you know? But we'll see. Where's the Ronaldinhos of this world? Coaches will moan at them, bro, for losing the ball. Different time. Where's the next Neymar? Where's the next Ronaldinho? They're not there, are they? You know, maybe Vinicius is the closest to it. Ben White looks for Saka. It's cut out. Good tackle, Martin Odegaard. Something I do not say very often. So, clip that one. Shaq said, any links? Anyone got any links in the chat? Feel free to put them in. The game's on TNT Sports. If anyone's looking for the channel. But, yeah, feel free to put it in the link. I'm going to do a like check. What are we on? We said let's try and get 1,000 likes pre-kickoff. Newcastle clear the ball, hits Saka and goes out for a goal kick to Newcastle. What are we on? Yeah, we're on 1,000 likes. Big up. Let's get a few more. Let's get 2,000 by half-time, people. Watch along business. Let's go. That was the Porto pass by Martinelli. You're spot on. Tried to play it across the pitch. Got cut out. Puts you under pressure. Big up Fraser. Hope you're well, bro. S. Ronnie said it's on Peacock in the USA are showing it. Cam said, I need your thoughts on this. When has David Raya made a save? Why on earth can he not dive? He faces barely any shots whenever we need him. He's often failed. Well, I think with Raya, he doesn't often make wonder saves, does he? Martinelli whips it in. Oh, that's a good ball headed away. Havertz does well, rescues it. Here's Ben White. Edge of the penalty area. Odegaard. Somebody please just shoot. Ah, it's a poor pass. Tries to find Martinelli. Gives it away. And Newcastle play their way out really well. Odegaard's going to probably get a yellow card. Stupid challenge, Martin Odegaard. Gives the ball away. And then tries too hard to win the ball back. Lovely play by Newcastle. Almiron, little 1-2 with Trippier. Back heel, Almiron. It's a stupid challenge from Odegaard. Yellow card within 6 minutes. Gave the ball away, was frustrated, tried to run to get the ball back and gives away a yellow. Big up Jermaine who said, listening to the watch along in the gym, Arsenal too boring, Curtis Shaw TV is more jokes. Hey, come on man, information and entertainment, you know the slogan. Throw into Arsenal halfway line. South London's finest. One thing I would say is Martinelli's switch of play in general is poor. When he has to think he's in trouble, he's an instinct player. Theo Walcott was similar. When Theo Walcott had time to think, more often than not, he run the ball off the pitch. When it was off instinct, he could slot the ball into the corner like it was nothing. I think Martinelli is similar. You do have to question, why has Martinelli not developed more? But let's hope he does now. Oh, he was in a great situation there. He had a heavy touch. It goes out for a throw-in. Listen, the one thing I defend Martinelli with, if I'm being totally honest, and I know, you know, Don Arsenal will say, you're capping for Martinelli again. It's not easy as a young winger in the Premier League when your left back has no connection with you because all he does is invert. Here come Arsenal. Here's Saka. Edge of the area. Saka shoots. It's deflected and Carrier saves it. Didn't put his foot through it. It's not easy when you're playing left wing and you get no overlap from your left back because he's inverting the whole time. And the attacking midfielder doesn't really link up with you. He's very isolated out there. But, yeah, listen, it's a situation he'll have to deal with. It's the way we're going to play. Here, Newcastle. Bruno Guimaraes, edge of the Newcastle area. Carrier smashes it long. Hey, Greg, ride the wave, bro. You know, listen, people, you know the thing. You get the TV on, get the game on, you turn the volume down, you turn up Curtis Shaw TV. It's vibes, man. Ride the wave. Max B settings. You'll be pleased to know Martin Odegaard is cheerleading as usual. Oh, I think that I found myself. He is like a cheerleader right now. Every minute, you know, oh, come on to the fans, make more noise. I tell you what, mate. How about you have a shot and pick out a killer pass? That's what we want. I don't want the cheerleading. Newcastle, good press there by Gabriel. This is a chance. Odegaard gives it away again. Got to do better there. Gabriel with a poor header. And Almiron gets the ball back for Newcastle. Was that a shot on target, right? Yeah, I don't know if Saka was offside. Here we go, Odegaard. Can he shoot? No, he doesn't want to shoot. Why will you not shoot? What is this guy doing? 25 yards out. We win the ball back. It's on his left foot. He's trying to scoop a ball through to Havertz. pull the damn trigger. Imagine how boring he'd have been in a water fight when you was a kid. You've got Super Soaker 500. This guy won't shoot. There we go, though. Great ball into Declan Rice. Declan Rice hits it straight at Karius. Goes out for a throw-in. You've got to test this guy, man. At least Rice shoots. Jeez. Man's a defensive midfielder, and an attacking midfielder won't shoot. Looking for Saka. That'll go out. Oh, Saka's offside, man. Free kick to Newcastle. I would love to know what Arteta says to Odegaard, or is that an Odegaard thing? 25 yards out, given away by Newcastle. On his left foot, you've got Karius in goal. Probably, no joke, one of the worst goalkeepers in the Premier League. And he doesn't pull the trigger. What's the problem? I don't get it. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. Odegaard needs competition. Well, I suppose Fabio was meant to be the competition, and Havertz was meant to be the competition, but we all know how that went. Fraser said, listening to Curtis is infinitely better than TV comment. Listen, if you got Carragher or Gary Neville or someone commentating, or Jermaine Genius, you mute that as quick as possible. Just shoot. Yeah, he's going to fumble something, man. He's not a great keeper. Test him. Here's David Raya. Isak. Oh, my God. I thought he was going to Cruyff turn him then. Whew. They did well to play out there. I was nervous. Jorginho flicks it clear. Martinelli, keep the ball. Keep the ball, Jorginho. You're going to get yapped. You've done well. One thing I like about Jorginho, he's very clever at winning free kicks. 3,500 of you locked in. Big up to South London's finest. Big up Phil, who said the wife's in one ear, Curtis is in the earpods, but I'm only listening to you. Oh dear, you better hope she don't read the comments. Here's Martinelli, left-hand side. This is where he can do something against Trippier, although Almiron's come back quick. Here's Jorginho, whips it in. It's blocked by Botman. And they clear. The one thing I will say with Newcastle, they are defensively very well organised. I actually think that Botman Shaw defensive pairing is very good. You know, if you're going to cross it, it's got to be pinpoint. Saka up against Livramento. I think that was a step over. Odegaard's cross is blocked. Odegaard has not started this game well. Getting caught on the ball too much. Jorginho does well, though. Wins the ball back. Owen and Jermaine Genius instantly get muted. Yeah, of course. No doubt about it. Seriously, Odegaard needs to be more selfish. Yeah, man. Like, you got 15 goals last year. You should be desperate to score goals. Here he is again, 30 yards out. Clips it in again. It's headed down by Martinelli. It goes straight to the keeper. That's a difficult ball for him to do anything with. I think there was a step over there from Saka. We're building up here. There's a Newcastle player down, injured. Kieran Trippier. He's holding the back of his knee. It's looking like he's hurt his knee. I think he is getting up. Saka doing step overs. We're getting there, man. We're getting there. Adam said the thing about pass first players is that no matter what you try to do to change them, it's almost impossible. The thing I noticed, Odegaard had the ball and Havertz was in space. So I thought, okay, play the ball straight away. And he didn't. So when he didn't play it, I thought he's going to shoot now. And then he still tries to play the pass. So you've got to either play the pass straight away or then pull the trigger. You can't wait. That guy, D, nice to see so many new members bringing extra vibes in the chat. Chat's lit as always. Kev's on the mend. I've spoke to him in the week. He's on the mend. You know, obviously, I don't think he's back on the streams yet, but he's improving, man. So get well soon, Kev. Saka did half a step over. We'll give it him. We'll give it him. Arsenal in possession. 63% possession. But as we know, we need goals. Possession is not what we're here for. We had possession against Porto and that didn't get us nowhere. So we need shots on target. Assassin said, the commentator said it's a win or break season. So either we win the Prem or the Champions League. Nothing else, no excuses. Do you agree? Well, it sounds harsh, but I've said that a lot of times. That I think Arsenal have to win a trophy this season. Now, let's be real. We threw away the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. We should have won that game. So if you're down to these big two, we've got no right to just win one. But I'm at a point where I feel like as fans now, we've been patient. He's had the money. He's had the time. I want to see trophies. But we'll see. We'll see. They're not going to get rid of him anyway, are they? Here's Jorginho on the ball. Looking for movement. We need more movement. See, the problem you've got here, Newcastle have got 10 players behind the ball. They're leaving Isak high up the pitch. Everyone else is behind the ball. Look at the 5 there across midfield. Gordon, you got Miley, Longstaff, Bruno, Almiron all in a line. Saliba tries to force the long ball to Martinelli and it's cut out. You've got to move the ball quickly. Here's Jorginho. Jorginho in possession. Finds Gabriel. He's got the ball back. Good ball, Martinelli. You're going to get caught unless you lift your head up. Does well there. Kivior on the overlap. Left-hand side. Doesn't want to cross it. The problem is Newcastle centre-backs are big and they're good in the air. So we seem a little bit like hesitant to put crosses in. But surely that's the whole point of playing Kai Havertz. He's 6'3", so... Oh, that's a great ball. Here's Martinelli. Cuts back. Oh, good tackle, Trippier. He actually got past Shaw, but Trippier was covering. Newcastle got the whole back 4 on the edge of the box. Then a midfield 5. Isak's up front by himself. They're waiting to hit us on the break, but they are just... There's no space. You have got to move the ball very quick. Shorten the amount of touches you have. Here's Saka, right-hand side. Hasn't been in the game much. Here he is. Don't force it. Do not force it. There you go. Kivior. Got to keep moving them. Keep moving them around. Tire them out sometimes if you can't find the chance. Saliba. I mean, even Isak now is dropping into midfield. So their whole team is behind the ball. And look, there's hardly any space. That's a great ball into Odegaard. Finds Havertz. Here's Jorginho. Will somebody shoot? That's a... Oh, it's cleared it out for a corner. I don't mind that ball from Jorginho. He has tried to force the ball over the top, but there's no space. It might take a ball like that. Curtis, you make a good manager. You see the game as it is. I appreciate that, Michael. Dave says, come on. Jeffrey said, we need some technical players in our squad to break down this low block. That's why Odegaard is so important. But when he's getting in good positions and not shooting, we don't need that. We need him to shoot. Just have a go. Can we score from a set piece? Here's Saka in swinging corner. Can one of the centre-backs get on the end of it? We got some height in there. Saka whips it in. It's header. Is that in? That's got to be in. That's got to be over the line. The referee has given the goal. It is 1-0 to Arsenal. And it is Gabriel Magalhaes. Hairlines and teeth all over the place again. Who needs the Turkish transplant when you can head the ball like that? Gabriel Magalhaes. Wow, he scrambles it in. I didn't even know the ball was in. Referee has given it. I think he's the top goal scoring centre-back in the Premier League. And Arsenal lead 1-0. Saka whips it in. Gabriel with the header. Karius pops it up in the air. It spins. Oh my God, that's an own goal. I think Livramento kicks it against the leg of the player who's on the floor and it bounces over the line, so it won't be Gabriel's goal. Oh, that is comedy central defending. Who is it? It's saved by Karius. Livramento looks like he kicks it against... Let's have a look. I mean, Gabriel really should probably score it. It's straight at Karius, really. It's spinning. And then Botman goes to clear it. He misses it, nutmegs himself. Livramento side foots it. It hits Botman on the knee. And Karius catches it over the line. It is an absolute shambles from Newcastle. But I will take it every single day of the week. 1-0 to Arsenal. Own goal. But listen, what that does now, it forces Newcastle to attack. When they have to attack, it should create more space. So that's a massive goal for Arsenal. Important goal, that. We needed that big time. I don't care how we win, just win. I'll take 4 own goals. Hopefully now... Oh, what is that, ref? That should be a yellow card. He's put 2 hands on the back of Jorginho then pushed him over. Lovely ball. Gabriel finds Declan Rice. We're driving. Here we go. Martinelli cross it in. Oh, it's blocked. Can we get the second? I feel if we can get the second goal, that Newcastle will disappear into the night. Big C, we're back. We are back. Hangover settings, people. Come on. Here's Martinelli. We're moving the ball well now. Newcastle, they can't sit back. Although they are still sitting back. But at some stage, they're going to have to try and attack. Put Gabriel up front, people saying. He's a goal threat, isn't he? I think he's got more than Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Magalhaes, 4 goals this year. Although that goal isn't going to be given to him. So it would have been 5, but that will definitely be called as an own goal. Here's Kieran Trippier. Oh, Kivio does well. Oh, Martinelli slips over. Newcastle clear. Isak, I mean, he's going nowhere. Don't foul him, please. Don't foul him. Well done, Arsenal. We're playing. Here's Havertz in the area. Tries to cut onto his left foot. Gives away a foul. Donkey! Hey, he said it's his nickname, people. Shrek settings. He's had a quiet game, to be fair. Havertz. That goal was shambolic. How does the guy on the floor miss it? Well, there you go. Goal line technology. It's clearly a goal. It's over the line. Easily over the line. Francis said, I'm really proud of Jorginho. I once called him a pensioner, to be fair, but he's playing quite well. Mike said, would you take Isak in the summer? He'd be on the list. He'd be on the list. I like the way he plays. I do. As I said, I'm worried about his injury record. You know, he gets injured a lot. But I do like him. You know, if you gave me a list of 5 strikers that we could sign, he'd be on the list. He wouldn't be at the top, but he'd be in the list somewhere. He'd be very expensive, though. Newcastle, I think they paid 60 million for him, so they're going to want profit. He's going to cost 70, 80 million. Here come Arsenal left-hand side. Ben White whips it in. It's cleared. Can we get the rebound? Oh, it's cleared away there. Newcastle are starting to scramble a little bit more now, which is good. There seems a bit more panic. Great ball by Ben White. Into Saka. Jorginho, unlucky. Oh, well done, Declan Rice. Although Isak wins it. Well done, Arsenal. I tell you what, let me give some credit to Arsenal here. They are pressing the way I want to see this team press. Anytime Newcastle get the ball, we are squeezing them. Now, the good thing about having possession, which Pep always alludes to, when you dominate the ball, the other team have to keep chasing it. So you have more energy, which means when you lose the ball, you can get the ball back quickly. And that's what's happening to Newcastle. We're absolutely dominating possession. So when Newcastle get the ball, we're full of energy. We can press them. We can win the ball back quick, which is great. Root said, if you want a striker, Solanke is the only answer. Bro, I don't know. I know it's Saturday night. I don't know if you're drinking. I don't know what's going on there. But let me tell you, there are far better options than Dominic Solanke. So relax. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to see Solanke at Arsenal. No disrespect. Yeah, I'm trying to win the league and the Champions League. Solanke ain't winning you the title. Here's Jorginho. Oh, wow, what a touch. Why is he not shooting Ben White again? What a touch by Havertz. Martinelli's shot. It's up in the air. Havertz flicked it round the corner to Ben White again. Great position to shoot. And he's trying to pick out the pass. We are playing well here. Love the intensity. Arsenal again. Ball over the top looking for Martinelli. Crosses it in. Havertz! Kai Havertz! You donkey! Havertz scores for Arsenal! Wow! What a goal for the Gunners! Listen, I've always rated that lad. Since Leverkusen, I've always said, what a player. All right, maybe not. 2-0 to the Gunners. Kai Havertz, a.k.a. Don Kai Havertz. 2-0. I'm not going to say game, set and match, but we're definitely in command. Terrible play by Newcastle. Is Saka onside? That was my only concern. What a ball from Jorginho that is. Martinelli does well there. Oh my God, what a goal. What a goal that is. Wow, look at the run from... What a ball from Jorginho. What a move. That's an outstanding goal. What a goal. Right foot. The move. The ball from Jorginho. Whew. Cesc Fabregas settings that ball. Chips it over the top. Martinelli touches it down. Drills it across. Havertz, right foot, underneath the goalkeeper. Hey, man, jeez. Hey, that boy Havertz, you know, Jesus. How many goals is that? Do you know what's crazy? He's not far off being our top scorer. How many goals he got? He's got 5, so that's 6 now. And I'm pretty sure that hasn't updated yet. So he's got 6 Premier League goals. Saka's got 6. Can you believe Kai Havertz is joint top goal scorer this season with Saka? I can't believe what I'm reading. I thought Saka had a couple more than that. Is it 7? Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm looking at Champions League. Yeah, no, I've gone mad. He's got 12 goals. Saka's got 12 goals, 7 assists. I was looking at assists. Yeah, he's way above him. Panic over. But listen, big him up. Keep chipping away. Saka's got 12 goals. I was looking at assists, people. My bad. We are back, Big C. Havertz is cooking. I think that's game, set, and match. I do. I just think when Newcastle have to attack, they're vulnerable. They're not good in transition. Twitter is booming. Hey, man, it's a good place. Alfred, why does Martinelli have to play back to goal when he can make striker runs like that? I told you he has that Vardy. Alfred, bro, you're preaching to the choir, as they say. Odegaard wins the ball back. Rolls it to Havertz. Oh, my God. Should be 3-0. Odegaard, how did you not make that work? We should be 3-0 up. Longstaff. Why did he not play the ball? That should have been a tap-in. Great pressing by Odegaard. Gets caught. Give it to him right now. Pass. Why are you having a touch? Why are you having a first touch? Havertz got an open goal. He has a touch. He delays the pass. He gets caught. Should have been 3-0. Explain to me why Martin Odegaard controls the ball there. He does not need to. Alfred, I'm with you, man. Martinelli can play up front. That Kai said Concept. That Kai, not that guy Welbeck. That Kai Havertz. Big up Concept. Toro said, this is Don Kai's arrival to Arsenal. Never seen him moving like this. He's got a bit of confidence, a bit of ego, a bit of arrogance about him. That's what you need. Concept said, good, now they can't sit in. Let's go. Listen, we owe them a beat down now. We owe them, to me, I'm looking 4-5-0. People say I'm getting carried away. What happened at their ground at the start of the season? The way Bruno Guimaraes was going on, we owe them a battering tonight. But yeah, we should be 3-0 up. Here's Almiron. First decent run. Great defending, Saliba. Out-muscles Isak. Can't get there. Is David Raya on the ball. Left foot strikes it up the pitch and we clear. That's Odegaard's problem. Overthinks. Doesn't need to think. Ball was there. Roll it to Havertz. He scores. Open goal. Controls it. Slows it down. The defender gets back. Blocks Havertz. This role suits Jorginho. Champions League needs it. Listen. Again, I don't want to sound clever after the event. I said it on Tuesday. Jorginho should have played in that Champions League game because you need that extra control. And he gives you that. He takes the shackles off Rice. Here's Almiron. Edge of the penalty area. Let's not concede. Ball whipped in. Back post. Great header, Ben White. Saka clears it. Listen. As much as I'm delighted we're 2-0 up, we do still have to be careful. If Newcastle got a goal back, you know, it's definitely game on. Declan Rice driving run wins a throw-in. Arsenal, the intensity levels are superb tonight. They can't live with us. You play with intensity, you're a different team. You go through the motions like you do against Porto, you're easy to defend. It's not rocket science. When Arsenal play football with intensity, we are an outstanding team. When we go through the motions and play at half the speed like we did on Wednesday, we are not difficult to play against. It is all about the intensity levels. We have to keep up this high tempo. Now, I get it. 90 minutes is difficult, you know, to do it for 90 minutes. You've got to do it for large periods. Raya! Oh, long ball. Havertz nearly got in there. Karius had to clear it. Big up LSU, man. Big up yourself. He's gifted 10 Curtis Shaw TV memberships. Big up yourself, LSU legend. And big up to the new 10 members. I told you, look, you'll all be members by the end of this season at some point. Big up to you, bro. Appreciate that. Cope said 4.2k locked in. Come on, hit the like button, people. Wow, Bruno Guimaraes writes off Jorginho there. Doesn't look like he's going to get a booking. Jorginho had the touch. Yeah, it's a foul. Bit of a naughty one. 4.2k locked in. Big up, man. Let's get 2,000 likes by half time. We usually aim for 3,000 likes, but it's a Saturday night, man, and we're winning 2-0 and we're playing with intensity. So you know what? We're going for 4,000 likes tonight, people. Why not? Why not, man? Aim high. Take me to the moon. I don't know all the other words, but, you know, aim high anyway. We're at 1.2k likes. Let's get 2k by half time. Big up to everyone locked in. 4,000 of you. Don't forget to put accept gifts in your settings to be enabled to be in with a chance of being gifted one. Yep, go in your settings. Make sure you're on. Oh, Odegaard, what a ball to Saka. Saka whips it in. Oh, Martinelli heads it over. I'm telling you, I don't like to say it too often, but we are cooking like Edu's barbecue tonight. I'm telling you. Look at that. Odegaard. Now, that's the Odegaard I want to see, bruv. That sauce. Look at the back heel, man. Saka, it's a great ball with your right foot. A little bit too high. Martinelli, he can't keep it down. That would have been a great goal. We're playing some great football. Yeah, man, lick down the likes. What we got is Matty Harland, he said, have a bet with my girlfriend that if Havertz gets a hat-trick for Arsenal, she has to get a tattoo of a donkey with a Havertz collar. Thought it would never happen, but she's nervous. Well, he's the striker and we're playing well and we're creating chances. So, you know, if you score another goal, you might have to check local tattoo parlours in the area. It's not a tattoo I would want, that's for sure. But Anthony Gordon's rolling all around the floor. Ball over the top. Saliba, too strong, too quick, too good. David Raya does well as well. Hey, Matty, if it's a hat-trick, it's madness. I tell you what, you know, Jorginho is having a very good game. What it does is, I feel like when Declan Rice plays in the 6, even though I think he's outstanding, you know, yeah, put it on our angle. Even though Declan Rice is outstanding in the 6 role, he has to play so disciplined. He can't go running because you're the protection of the centre-backs. Where when Jorginho's there, Rice can start making runs. He's on the right, he's on the left, he's in the middle. It enables him to play a different game, which is why it's an interesting one in the summer for Arsenal. Do you sign a number 6 that enables Declan Rice to attack more? Or do you sign a number 8 and we keep Declan Rice as a top quality defensive midfielder? That's going to be interesting. Oh, Rice overhits it. Can Martinelli keep it in? Deckers, you have got to make that pass. I'm going to be honest. Great run by Martinelli. And you saw Rice's body language straight away that he knew he just overhit that pass. Martinelli's lively today. He is lively. Was he offside? Concept said Rice doesn't have the same level of passing as J20. You're right, he doesn't. J20 that's his game. That's what his whole career has been about. You know, Pep wanted him. Oh, mate, honestly, the pressing. Bruno Guimaraes gives it away, puts it out for a corner. The pressing is absolutely outstanding. I wish you could bottle up this performance and give it to them every single week. Drink it before every game because Newcastle can't live with us. The way we're 5 corners for Arsenal, 72% possession, 2-0. We are absolutely battering them. I'm looking 4-5-0. Corner taken short. Here's Jorginho. Rice is waiting. Jorginho finds Odegaard. Odegaard clips it in. That's not a bad ball, but nobody makes the run. Comes back out Rice. Arsenal win the ball back. Newcastle can't get out their own half. We're absolutely all over them. All over them. It's a great performance. You can see why we want Zubimendi. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't watched enough of him, but definitely the guy to get on the ball. Maybe a more mobile Jorginho. E. Ross said, where the hell was this on Wednesday? I think the tactics were wrong. I think the game plan was wrong. I think Arsenal's plan was to just dictate the game. Oh, can Havertz get around? He does well, keeps possession. Great ball. He's having a good game. Here's Martinelli. Good ball, Jorginho, 30 yards out. Oh, my God, he's looking for Havertz, unlucky. Go on, Martinelli! Oh! Do you know what, right? If Martinelli would have controlled that defender might have clipped him and got a penalty. Goes just over the bar. But listen, I'll be honest, this is a brilliant performance. I think on Wednesday, we was playing with a mindset of second games at the Emirates, and I think that cost us. I don't think we did enough in that game in Portugal to make sure we won on the night. I think we was thinking 0-0, get them back to the Emirates, we'll beat them. Then we got sucker punched, all of a sudden we're a goal down. I think at the Emirates we'll be all over them, but I think we've just got to... It takes a lot out of you playing like this, don't get me wrong, but we saw Liverpool. Why did Klopp win the Champions League and the Premier League and the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup? Because the intensity, people couldn't cope with them. You was in that defence and you got pressed by Salah and Mane. You couldn't get out. It was a nightmare. Let's read this last one. SC Guna, big up, bro. He said, big up, Big C. Here's my watch-along fee. Hey, bro. Much appreciated. Thank you for your support, as always. And it's looking like a good performance so far from Arsenal. I have to say, even though I'm very confident, I don't want to get carried away with, 2-0 is still a dangerous lead. If Newcastle were to get a goal back, it's very much game on. So I want the third goal before I start, having celebrations. That is for sure. Cliff said the Kiwi is ripening. He is, but I would still rather see maybe Tomiyasu or Timber there by the time we're going to the Etihad and places like that. H said it's a dangerous lead, always is. Arsenal have the ball back. Havertz clips it in. Oh, here we go again. Martinelli, left-hand side. What you got? Here's Havertz. Oh, he has a bad touch. Matty, the tattoo might have needed booking there. He had a bad touch. Martinelli, just patience. There we go. Have the patience, Martinelli, that every time you get the ball, you don't have to run at him. It becomes predictable. Sometimes you just start again, reload, wait for that time where you get Trippier 1v1, then you rip him apart. What I like about Jorginho, play that little ball through their midfield. He tries to split people. I love it. Havertz had a better touch there. He had a shot 12, 14 yards out, unmarked. Martinelli drives into the area, needs people in the area. Oh, he's cooked him. He's whipped it in. Here's Saka. Oh, he has a bad touch. Lift your head now. You're moving like Martinelli. Still Saka. Great save, Karius. Lovely play there, Bakayo. Good. I like that. Get the shot off. Find a way. Find a way. Martinelli's cooking. Saka does really well there. I thought he'd held the ball too long. Shows good strength, good aggression, hunger for the ball. Gets the shot off with the right foot. Karius tips it round for another corner. I think we scored from our last corner. Can we score again? 3-0 before half-time would be brilliant. I think it would be game over. That shot on goal was everything. Ball's whipped in. It's up in the air. Flicked on. Newcastle managed to clear it away. That was dangerous. It was flicked to the back post. Real DJ King Caleb said, Big C, I have £30,000. Hey, good. Well done, man. Well done. So Salman said 72% possession. We're in full attack mode, although they're on the break now. Good block. Good block there by Saliba. Are you happy? Of course I'm happy, man. We're 2-0 up. We're balling. I realise you can't play like this all the time, but Arsenal need intensity. With intensity, we are quality. When we play at that slow tempo, it's boring. Listen, I said it's game, set, match, but in reality, it's not. We need another goal. I think a third goal finishes them off. I'm really enjoying Martinelli's performance. Got a brilliant assist as well. Oh, Saka gets rolled there. Get him. Didn't need to foul him. Should have been patient. It's another thing, you see. When you get there, you don't always have to put the challenge in. Sometimes wait until you can get the ball before you put the challenge in. Don't foul him. But we've had a great First 39 minutes. We really have. The pressing has been outstanding. Trippier heads it back to carry us there. Newcastle can't get forward. Yeah, we'll do a watch on for the final tomorrow. Why not? Carabao Cup. Haven't done a neutral one for a while. Bruno Guimaraes on the floor. Getting treatment. Declan Rice checking if he's okay. Gotanelli said Saliba is generational. He has to continue with the path that he's on. You know, that's what he needs. He's at the moment, for his age and the amount of experience he's got, which isn't that much. He hasn't been a first team player for that many years. He's outstanding. He has to continue. Got to get in the French team. Got to, you know, the other night against Porto, he was almost so relaxed he made mistakes. So, LSU said, look at C leaning back in the chair. Bro, I'm in the Bronx right now. Fat Joe lean back settings. Lean back. Do the rack away. Now lean back. Liverpool are lacking an Odegaard type of player. Yeah, maybe a number 10 that can, you know, play them passes. I think he is a Liverpool fan. I'm sure I read something about Odegaard that he likes Liverpool. I think Klopp was joking with him after one of the games. Bruno's been quiet. Yeah, listen, he hasn't got his enforcer with him, has he, tonight, which is Joel Linton. Joel Linton usually goes around clattering people, and then Bruno, you know, gets the ball. He hasn't got that. He's got the young boy, Miley, and Longstaff. It's not the same. We've had too much. Will you be coming to Philadelphia? Hopefully. America tour again, part 3. Messi or Ronaldo? There's only one right answer, bro. There's only one right answer. It's the guy from Argentina. Saliba is better than Beckenbauer. Hey, calm. Let's stay calm. Just let him develop, you know. Isak tried to outpace Saliba. Saliba just barged him and said, move. He can shift. Honestly, Saliba, I think, is quick. He's got them big strides. Raya goes long, looking for Havertz. Odegaard does well. Odegaard, I have to say, has improved in the last 15 minutes. First 20, I thought he was sloppy in possession, gave the ball away too easy. Show with Turkish tomorrow, I believe. Don't quote me. We haven't actually confirmed yet, but the conversation is 12 o'clock on his channel. We could be in. Odegaard. Find Saka, right-hand side. Can he pick someone out? Declan Rice. Havertz. Pass. Oh, he's handballed it. Somebody there has got to find a way to just get the shot off. But yeah, free kick to Newcastle. Free kick. TK, come on. He said, I'm disappointed. CR7 is the only answer. Behave, bro. Did you see what Messi did in the World Cup at the age of, 35? Come on, bro. That debate, I didn't even know that debate still happened. Like, I thought that was done. I thought that ended. More Ballon d'Ors, World Cup, Copa America. He's just a better player, man. And don't get me wrong, I love CR7, but Messi, bro, come on. Oh, Almiron could be in behind Saliba. Well done, David Raya. Oh, the flag goes up. That's a stupid rule, that. One day somebody's going to get really hurt with that. Linesman knows he's offside, but doesn't put his flag up. And then as soon as he touches the ball, he puts his flag up. It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, that debate's dead, man. It's finished. Messi is clear of him, man. But I respect the CR7 fans still going for it. Is this the best side you've seen in years? Listen, it probably is the best Arsenal team we've seen in a while, because some of the ones that I've watched are not exactly great teams, you know. If you go back to the Shamaks and the Nielsens, the Andre Santos and the Socrates, but great teams are defined by trophies. So yeah, it's the best Arsenal team I've seen in years, but they need to win trophies. That's the only way you go down in history, really. Snake Eye said, big up, watching in South Africa here for 10 days. Have a good time, bro. Hope you're well. Appreciate you tuning in. Darsh said, safe to say Havertz is a striker, not a midfielder. Ball over the top, looking for Isak. David Raya does well, comes out, clears it out for a throw-in. I've always said I believe he's better as a striker because he's played there for Chelsea. I think it's a simpler role for him when he plays up front. Try and pin the defenders, win the knockdowns, win the headers, hold the ball up, be a goal threat. He does have a knack of getting in good positions. And then the thing he needs to add is try and score more goals, which, you know. Listen, the crazy thing about Havertz... Oh, a break in play here. Raya does well again. Clears it for a throw-in. The crazy thing about Havertz to me has not had a particularly good season. Right, I'm going to be totally honest. He's had some good moments, some decent games, but not a great season. Havertz could finish this season with 10 Premier League goals. That really should be his target, 10 Premier League goals. Now, if at the end of the season Havertz has got 10 Premier League goals, you're looking at it going... Well, he probably played 15 to 20 games in midfield. He's been on the bench a couple times. And if he gets out of the season with 10 goals, you would say that's a good season. You know, without the performances, but, you know, the numbers would be relative of a guy that's had a decent season, considering he's played in midfield a lot. If we'd signed Maddison, played him attacking mid, he scored 10 goals, we'd be saying it's a great season. But obviously... Havertz, the performances have to improve as well as the numbers. So, listen, let's just support him when he does well. And if he doesn't do well, we do have to, you know, constructively criticise. David Raya's sweeper settings have been very good today, off his line a few times. If Aubameyang was not a diva and still as the striker, would Arsenal be world class? Listen, I loved Aubameyang, you know that. You called me Aubameyang's lawyer. I do think he was fading at Arsenal. And I just don't think that Arteta wants a striker that plays the way that Aubameyang plays. I don't think he wants a striker that just lives on the shoulder like that. I think he wants one that can come short, link up play, hold the ball up strong, score headers, you know, and I think you'll see that in the summer. Listen, Aubameyang is still a very good goal scorer. He went to Barcelona and banged goals in. He's banging goals in at Marseille. He would probably have more goals than Jesus. And another good thing, he hardly ever got injured. But that chapter's finished. We have to move on. Are you now confident in keeping Raya over Ramsdale? I mean, that debate's finished. I don't even debate that anymore. Ramsdale will leave Arsenal this summer. And Raya will be the number one. 3 minutes of time added on. We are nearly 2 minutes into the time added on. A minute till half time. Marseille love Aubameyang. They will do. They will do. You know, they're an extremely passionate fan base. They'll love his celebrations and his personality. One of the best halves of football this season, says Thomas. I agree. They have been absolutely battered, Newcastle. I'm pretty sure that... Have they had one shot on target? No, that was offside, Almiron. I'm pretty sure they haven't had a shot on target in the whole 45. Which is never a good thing, as we found out on no shots on or off target. I mean, come on. They've been absolutely annihilated. Mick says we need a third, 100%. 2-0 is dangerous. 1 goal back and you're struggling. South London's finest. I was watching Cazorla's Premier League story on Sky. Oh, collision there. Havertz appeals for a free kick. Ref says no. What I would give to have him in midfield, what a player. Dribbling ability is what we need in the 8. Can you imagine Cazorla next to Deckers? Would be unreal. Kunde said, large up Curtis, always tuning in from Barcelona. Even the missus knows who you are. Big up to you and the family, bro. Appreciate it. Half-time whistle goes, and listen. You know me, people. When they're bad, I will tell you. When they're good, I will tell you. That was an outstanding 45 minutes of football from Arsenal. 2-0 up, 70% possession. No, actually, it's changed now. 64% possession. 5 shots off target, 4 shots on target. 2-0 to Arsenal, and an outstanding first half. I'm going to tweet it. One of the best halves of football this season. All about the intensity level. When we're intense, they can't live with us. The press is outstanding. One of the best halves of football this season. All about the intensity level. Great first half. What I will say, we need the third goal. You know, I don't want to start celebrating too early. You know, 2-0 in the Premier League is still a dangerous It's still a dangerous scoreline. Goonie Goo Goo said, we always watch Big C as a family. My lads love your commentary. Big up to you and the family, bro. Tuned in. Don Arsenal said, first half, and again, Curtis, where's Martinelli? Havertz being... Nah, I think you're being harsh. I do think you're being harsh there, Don. Did you see the assist from Martinelli? Give him his flowers, bro. Give him his flowers. I'm giving Havertz flowers. You can give Martinelli flowers. Leigh said, if we're being honest, Havertz may be a better forward than Jesus. Whoo, Leigh, man, that's like throwing an aerosol can into a bonfire. Like, you're setting off fireworks there, bro. That is an uncomfortable conversation. That's an uncomfortable conversation, man. I mean, listen. Jesus is a very good footballer, but as a striker, as a goal scorer, he's fallen short for me as a player. He's fallen short, so I don't know. Havertz has this crazy style about him, right? And someone just said it, Ish said it. He has a style that looks like he's not that bothered. Kind of jogs to the ball and he's so laid back. He has a touch. He plays the game at his own tempo, but he is a goal threat. The one thing I will say about Kai Havertz, and listen, it's the time to praise him because he's had a good game. I don't need to criticise him. You know, he has played well today. One time he had a bit of a heavy touch, could have shot. But every time Havertz plays up front, he gets a clear-cut opportunity. And I would rather see my striker getting in great positions, missing chances, than not getting in those positions and not getting the chances. The amount of games I watch Gabriel Jesus and I go, bro, the ball's getting crossed in the box. You're not even there. You're at right back. You're in defensive midfield. Havertz always gets in great positions. So, Leigh, I mean, listen, it's a crazy comment, but it's actually not that far off the mark, if I'm being totally honest. So, listen, I'm this donkey, Don Kai, not donkey. He's a Don Kai Havertz. That's what we're calling him. Let's support him. You know, if he's bad, I will criticise him. If he's good, I will give him his flowers. Up front, he just offers us some presence because he's big and he's tall and his hold-up play is not bad and his link-up play is not bad. And what that does, it just keeps the centre-back switched on. Jesus is all over the place on the pitch, so sometimes it's too easy for the centre-back. So, listen, big him up. People saying he's in Thomas Muller mode. A lot of people say, don't they, that's sort of the role that he plays, you know. Babatunde said, good game, should have been 4 up. Let's finish them. The next goal is pivotal. Next goal is pivotal. Newcastle nick a goal back. Very uncomfortable. We score, it's game over. Make yourself a hot chocolate and relax. Enjoy your Saturday night. Plan what you're going to do after the stream. But if they score, forget about it. Forget about it. Sorry, that was my Italian Goodfellas accent. Apologies. I was a big fan of Sopranos growing up. Jorginho's bossed it with Rice and Odegaard. Yo, listen, another one. I called him George after that Tottenham game when he got caught by Maddison. I said, I'm not even calling him Jorginho because that sounds Brazilian. I'm going to call him George. But played superb. Played superb in there. Bruno Guimaraes can't get near the ball. What he is, he's the connector. Jorginho. He's the connector. It's like, you know, the plug. What's the plug thing called, man? The extension lead where, you know, you've got 4 or 5 plugs in it. He is like the extension lead. He is the connection. Go through him and then it goes to Odegaard. It goes to Havertz, whoever. It goes through him. And that's what he's so good at. That is what he's so good at. What's sad is, imagine Jorginho was 3 years younger and he had 30 more pace on FIFA. You know, it'd be outrageous. Sam said Jorginho has been a game changer. As a former Chelsea player, it can be hard to give him credit, but his forward passes have always been good. I'm going to be honest, Sam. You make a great point there. And I'm going to be totally honest. Because of what we've been through with Chelsea, sometimes when we sign a player from Chelsea, I'm twice as negative about them. I'm not even going to lie. I'm honest. I'm being honest. C-unit business. We have open and real discussions here, people. It's facts. If we'd signed Havertz from Leverkusen, I'd be way more patient. If we signed Jorginho from Napoli, I would be way more patient. But I'm sorry, I've been stung, people. You've been stung. You saw Willian with his belly hanging out. You've seen David Luiz getting red cards. You've seen Peter Cech can't play the ball out from the back because he's about 40 years of age. You've seen Gallas crying on the pitch. We've been stung by Chelsea. So, yeah, maybe I'm not as patient with former Chelsea players. I'm being real. Jorginho's been fantastic today. Give him his credit. He's the plug's plug. I like that one, Jamie. He's the plug's plug. Listen, my thing with Jorginho is this. Can you play Jorginho every week and win the title? Probably not. Because when you play certain teams and their energy levels are so high, you might struggle. But there are certain games like this where we dominate and he is outstanding. And he's been absolutely brilliant today. I can't lie. Some of the football has been amazing. SC Guna's gifted 5 Curtis Shaw TV memberships. Big up your damn self, bro. Let's go, members. More members. We want more members, people. That's what we want. We want more of them. What are we on the like count? There's 5,000 of you locked in on this Saturday night. Big up your damn selves. We're at 1,600 likes. We're looking 4,000 for today. Hit the like button. It's free and it helps the damn channel. Let's go. Members in the building. What a first half. Listen, few players I want to big up. I'm going to big up some of the ones that I don't talk about as much, or some of the ones that I'm not always as positive about. I want to big up David Raya. In my opinion, some of you agree, some of you don't. I think Wednesday night's goal, he was at fault, but that's a conversation we've already had. I think he's been really good today. Hasn't had nothing to do, really, in terms of shots. What he has done, he's swept up really well. He's come off his line, and I think he's done really well tonight. Concentration levels have been absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, I wanna big up David Raya. I think he's having a really good game tonight. I want to big up the Kiwi, a.k.a. The Polish twerker, a.k.a. Jakub Kiwior, because he's having a solid game. He is having... And Almiron is a live wire, by the way. You know, he's a good winger. You know, at the start of this season, he was on fire, and Kiwior's kept him quiet. Only 45 minutes in, but give him his flowers. Jorginho, as I said, he's been the plug. He's been the plug's plug, as Jamie said, which is brilliant. Everything's going through him, so big up Jorginho and big up Havertz. Listen, as I said, he's been the topic of conversation every week. He looks better up front. He consistently gets in good positions. Every time he plays up front, he gets at least one major chance. Now what he's got to start doing, start putting them chances away. Big him up. He's had a very good game so far. Great that we've got Trossard, Smith Rowe, Jesus on the bench as well, because if players tire, you know, we can bring some quality players on later in the game. TK said this is living with differences and maybe a bit of a denial. CR7 Messi. Also, much overdue super chat. Best creator out there. Been watching for years and amazing to see how you grow the community. I appreciate that, bro. Listen, CR7 Messi debate will always divide opinion. To me, that debate is done. Yeah, but I respect people's opinions. For me, Messi is... the moment he lifted that World Cup, it was done and dusted. But yeah, I respect it. Big up Ben, who's gifted 5 Curtis Shaw TV memberships. Big up your damn self, and big up SC Guna, who gifted 5 as well. Pizza Group Steve, he's not too happy. He said Arsenal sucks. So clearly, I doubt if Thierry Henry's his favourite ever player. Maybe he's a Tottenham fan. Don't get angry, Steve. Just relax. It's Saturday night, bro. Saturday. Just enjoy and appreciate what you're watching on TV, Steve. Usually it would be, could give him a timeout, but I actually want him to see us play so well and kind of suffer the way we're playing. So hold that, bro. Hold that! Hold that! Ashley said, shameless settings, waka waka, he scores it. Da, 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 da. Hey, waka waka. 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. I've got this strange feeling that somehow, some way, Havertz is going to end up by like being a very popular player at Arsenal. It's like he's been so, I don't know. I don't want to use the word disliked, but he's had so much criticism in a short period of time. It's like the moment he does well, we're going to give him extra support because it's like, do you know what I mean? I just kind of feel like he's going to be a bit of a folk hero at Arsenal somehow. And, you know, I get the impression he does really want to do well at Arsenal because I've heard his interviews and he knows that he was criticised after moving on from Chelsea. And I think he is very keen to prove himself because the reality is, listen, he could have said to himself, I've gone to Chelsea, I've won the Champions League, but the Premier League ain't for me. I know, listen, he came to Arsenal, stay in London, get the same wage. Of course it made sense for him to come to Arsenal. But at the same time, he could have took the easier option and said, do you know what, man, I'm going to leave England and not play in this league. He said, listen, I don't want to go. I'm going to try and make it somewhere else. So, listen, I'm going to stick with him. Do you know what I can't believe? This is an unbelievable comment, by the way. Apparently, Havertz is younger than Eddie Nketiah, which I actually can't believe that. I kind of do believe it. Havertz is 24. I believe Eddie's 24. So, Havertz is 25 in June. And Nketiah is 25 in May. Eddie Nketiah, who we still talk about as potential. But he trains well, says Mikel. Eddie Nketiah is older than Kai Havertz. That is wild. That's crazy. You can't tell me Eddie, 25 years of age this summer. Well, it'll still be spring. Will still be at Arsenal. That would be a great quiz question, by the way, because I wouldn't have believed that. How is Eddie older than Havertz? Get that guy out of the club anyway. Eddie will be the new Lingard. They were talking about Lingard. Lingard was like 29. They were still saying, yeah, but he's only young. I was like, bro, he's nearly 30. You know, it's crazy. Big up DJ Valentine. 4.8K now, bro. We're cooking. Nearly 5,000 of you in the chat. Big up the Twitch gang. 50 of you in the Twitch gang. Big up the whole C unit. Let's go. 2-0 up. Second half coming up after the break. Natalia said, I'm shocked. Sell him to Palace. I'm hoping that because Roy Hodgson's left Palace, I'm hoping they don't not want him now. I hope that was a club decision. Lingard is still a youngster. He's about 30 odd. The Shahid Afridi of football. I remember Shahid Afridi, great batsman. He used to smash the ball all over the place, didn't he? Chris Gale settings. Don Kai said DJ King Calib. I think he said he's at the ground. I have to admit, it's been a great atmosphere from what I've heard. Prediction for the final score. I'm going to go 4-0. I say we double up. Double from 2. We finish 4-0. Want that clean sheet today. I want to see 2 more goals. I'm with you on that. Cook these barcode frauds, run up the goal difference. Listen, we owe them. They done us dirty at their ground. Let's get a couple more goals. Second half about to kick off. Newcastle shooting from left to right towards their away fans. Arsenal shooting towards the North Bank. And like you said, man, goal difference is always important because obviously who knows how tight it's going to be at the end of the season when it comes to goal difference. You might need these goals. Man City obviously only gained 1 goal. So we are, at the moment, we are level on goal difference with Liverpool. We've now got a 5 better goal difference than Manchester City, which that could be worth another point at the end of the season. We're 3 goals away from being top goal scorers in the Premier League, and we've got the best defence. Amazingly enough, 26 games played, we have scored more goals than Manchester City, which is unbelievable considering we do not have a prolific striker. Can you imagine if we had a striker that could score 15, 20 goals a season, how many goals we could score with the best defence in the league? So it's just a shame that wasn't addressed sooner, but Hopefully we address it in the summer. Big up Big M, thank you for the super sticker. And big up CE, who's become a new member. Big up your damn self. Saturday night business, let's go. Next goal is all important. Next goal is vital. Latte said, since the hat-trick, where is Eddie? I believe he's filming Beverly Hills Cop 3. It's Saka, that's a marauding run. Finds Martinelli, lift your head. He gives it to Havertz one-on-one, but he's offside. And he's probably lucky. I really hope he is offside, because Havertz has missed a one-on-one. He's dragged it wide. Put the flag up and save him. If he was onside, I'm fuming. He's going to be onside. Oh my God, I think he's onside. There we go. There's the donkey, people. That's the bad side of Havertz. That is an absolute sitter. Havertz got to score that. He's onside. I can't believe it. I thought he was offside. That is an absolute sitter. Saka slips in one-on-one. He drags it wide. We're going to need some red stripe. Damn, fam. Nah. Forget everything I said at half-time about... Oh, no, here's Isak. Takes it round Raya. He's delayed him. Oh, he gives it away. Just like that, you see. They could have got a goal back. I have no idea how Havertz dragged that wide. The keeper, Karius, comes running out, dives at his feet. Just lift it over him, bro. Middle of the goal, you score. You don't even have to aim that for the corner. Here is Havertz. I can't believe he missed that. That's the other side. That's the other problem with him. How did he miss that? That better not come back and bite us. You know, Isak there was nearly in. You've got to score. You finish the game off there 2 minutes into the second half. Donkey! Here's Jorginho. Let's go again. That was brilliant play from Saka. Driving run, through ball. I didn't get that excited because I thought he was offside. Watch the replay back. He looks onside. I can't believe it. Just lift it over him. It's on his left foot. Here come Newcastle. Left-hand side, Anthony Gordon. He's got a lot of pace. Cuts inside. Has a shot. David Raya holds on to it. This is dangerous. Dave said, I will never accept him. Matty says, no tattoo today. I think you're safe, bro. That finish was terrible. We got to be careful. I don't like what I'm seeing. Rest in peace to Stan Bowles, a QPR legend. I just saw that at half-time. Sad news, man. Normal service resumed. I just spent about 2 or 3 minutes bigging him up at half-time, Havertz. Comes out in the second half, misses a clear one-on-one. So the way he finished it as well just looks so poor. Just dragged it wide, man. It was really bad. Mr. SJE said, I know we say all the time I'd score that, but I genuinely think I would. If I missed that one-on-one, I would be fuming. I think Cruz scores that, honestly. Just slot that in. The keeper's on the floor. Yeah, I don't know why he tries to put it so far in the corner. Crazy. Get Trossard on. Listen, he's going to be in no rush to take him off. We know he scored. He played well first half. He's not going to take him off. He wants him to score again. Coma said my nan would have scored that. Oh, dear. It feels a bit dangerous, though. Bruno whips it in back post. Ben White has to get there. Gordon gets it in the corner. Newcastle on the attack. We got to be careful. This should be a comfy Saturday night. Gordon goes past Ben White. What a tackle, Jorginho. Saka clears it. See, the thing is now, Newcastle are going to come out of their shell a little bit now and, try and attack. Even at 1-0, they could sit back because it was like, you know what? Maybe he'll score from a set piece. But 2-0, they've got to genuinely have a little bit of a go at us. So we got to be very, very careful. We need to score the next goal. Game's dangerous. I got to be honest. It does have an element of danger to it. Just with the simple fact that they have got attacking players that can cause problems. Almiron, Gordon and Isak's a good front three. Liam said, why are we on Martinelli all of a sudden? He said, please keep ignoring Martinelli doing terrible because he scored 15 last year. Bro, Did you not see the guy's assist in the first half? Come on, man. Let's get the likes up to 3K. Why not 4K? Let's aim for 4. Let's aim for 4. Free kick to Newcastle, about 40 yards out. They'll clip it into the area. In fact, further than that. Gabriel wins the header and it's cleared away by Kivior. Newcastle have the ball back. The ref looks like Iniesta. That's a good one. I saw his face as well. Cleared well by Saliba. Finds Saka. What a first touch. Finds Odegaard. Get going. Don't slow down. I felt we could have drove quicker there. Newcastle get bodies back behind the ball. Hakeem said, I think these players can get praised until the game is finished. Listen, they'll get their praise, but they have to focus. 2-0 is not game over. Here we go. Here's Martinelli. He's got 2v1 though. Skins him. Clips it in. The cross has got to be better. Oh, and he fouls him. You're probably in the comments now like, see what I'm talking about? He does the first bit great, then the cross is poor, then he fouls him. South London said, Isak is getting bullied by Gabriel and Saliba. Listen, I got to be real. Playing up front by yourself in the Prem against Gabriel and Saliba must be horrible. Saliba just looks like he's not even breaking a sweat. He jogs, takes the ball off you. Gabriel has a bit of a scrap with you, you know. It can't be easy. Can't be easy at all. But I'm glad we've got them. Really glad we got them. Newcastle play it long. Isak, the thing is what I'm thinking, Isak's been out for weeks. So I would imagine he hasn't got 90 minutes in him. So maybe they take him off. No, the Iniesta shout is a banger. Iniesta with short hair. He's definitely Iniesta's dad. Yeah, Isak maybe doesn't have 90 minutes in the tank. He's been out for a while. So maybe they take him off. Mason said, Curtis, I have a question why we're playing at 8 p.m. It's a new time slot that they're using. It makes sense, don't it? It's Saturday night. A lot of people are indoors watching TV. Put a big football match on. It's going to get a lot of viewers in it. I think it makes sense from a TV point of view. You know, people who don't go out clubbing on a Saturday, you're going to watch it. Gabriel does well. Finds Martinelli left-hand side. Not a lot of space. Just reload and come again, bro. That's it. Look how high Gabriel is. He's basically in midfield. Magalhaes is definitely one of those players that he's... Jorginho forced it a bit there. Magalhaes is definitely one of them players that, like, is that defender that wants to score. Maybe he was a striker when he was younger. I think the 8 p.m. kickoff's good, actually. If you haven't got plans on a Saturday night, it's brilliant to watch football. So I'm a fan of it. And obviously, transport, very busy on a Saturday night. Lots of trains and buses, so you can get about quite easily. Yeah, the crowd is very good tonight. Very good. Comrade said who should be subbed on. Personally, the one that springs to mind for me is Smith Rowe. I feel for him. I feel like his Arsenal career is kind of fading, you know, and this will be a good game for him. Does the manager trust him? Anthony Gordon tries to play a 1-2 with Guimaraes. Good tackle there by Ben White. That's a great tackle. Can Havertz get there? He can. Does really well. Oh, good tackle, though. The second one did well. Newcastle have the ball back. Yeah, you're right. Odegaard's on a yellow card. So he's got to be careful. Sad Gunner said, Big C, it's 12 midnight where I am. These, oh, man. The time differences are crazy. I only really realised that when I go on tour and stuff to America and some of the games and the times. Here's Anthony Gordon. It's a poor touch. Goes out for a throw-in. I have a bet for you, said. Hey, let us know. Share it. 8 p.m. kickoff works well for me in New Zealand. 9 kickoff here. Gunnar Ram said it's 2:45 a.m. in India. Wow. Martinelli almost got a second assist. Yeah, I don't get the criticism for him. If he has a bad game, by all means, I think he's done well today. The run in his assist was brilliant. 3 p.m. in Mississippi. Yeah, 9:14, 9:13 in London. Trossard, for me, we need a third goal. Yeah, I hear you. There ain't no time for sentiment. So, yeah, maybe you bring on Trossard. Marco, thank you for the super chat, bro. He said, I'm DJing in London at 1 a.m. tonight. Need that energy from Arsenal. Energy crew. What music do you play, bro? What's your music that you DJ? 5:14 in Guyana, 12:15 in Qatar, 3:15 in Canada, 5:14 in Malaysia, 12:14 in Kenya, 14 past midnight in Uganda. Listen, the commitment levels are brilliant, man. 12:15 in Istanbul. Bring on ESR and Trossard. Newcastle have the ball back. Bruno Guimaraes. 11 minutes into the second half. We literally have to be careful. If we concede, and here's Isak, edge of the box, he doesn't turn. Newcastle's starting to put a few passes together. We got to be careful. Definitely got to be careful. Let's not pretend they put the game on at 8 p.m. for fans in the UK. They did it for US viewers. Maybe. Last train to Newcastle tonight, 10 p.m. They're in trouble then. They are in trouble. 4:15 in Florida. Big up Jamrock Gunners TV. David Raya has the ball. Arsenal slowing the tempo down a little bit. Listen, it is hard to press like that for such a long period of time, but I think Arsenal's main focus needs to be scoring that third goal. I mean, Dave said we look a bit tired. Listen, one thing that we have to understand, Newcastle haven't played midweek. They haven't played since last weekend. So for them, it's a little bit different. Marco said Funky House and Garage. Decent, that. We travelled to Portugal. We played 90 minutes. We lost. You find when you lose, you're more tired than when you win psychologically. So we've had a much more difficult week than Newcastle. So I think naturally you may see a little bit of a drop-off towards the end of this game. I just hope it doesn't happen too early. Phil said it's 4 p.m. in Canada. Go Gunners. Big up, bro. Big up all the community around the world. Appreciate you tuning in all hours. I'm from all different places. 8 a.m. in Melbourne, Australia. Can we get on the ball? Here's Jorginho. Come on. We haven't attacked for a little while. Forced all the way back to David Raya. Newcastle pressing a little bit higher than they were in the first half, because they do have to try and get forward now and try and get a goal. So they're definitely under a little bit more pressure to attack. 5:15 in Manila, March in Bolivian. Thriller in Manila settings. Free kick to Newcastle. Jorginho, soft foul there. Big up Marco, man. DJing tonight in London. He's gifted 5 Curtis Shaw TV memberships. Really appreciate it, bro. Big up yourself. Appreciate the support as always. Saliba, who's been immense, wins the header. Finds Saka. He's overhit the pass. That is horrible. That is a horrible pass. Kicks out for a goal kick on his right foot. And goes out for a goal kick. We had a decent attack on there, but he had it looked like he had the old Timberland boot on his right foot. Smashed it out for a goal kick. We're worldwide, people. We're worldwide. Ulrich said there's a new documentary about Bentner in Denmark and how he screwed up his potential. I mean, how much potential did he have? I probably would watch a bit of the documentary. Saka finds Kivior. Arsenal keep in possession. Andres said, I'm from South Africa, Curtis. I only listen to you on every Arsenal game day, so badly want a membership. Make sure your settings are turned on, so if memberships are gifted, you can get one. Callum said, everyone will be a member before Easter. Let's hope so. And big up, Keith said, I'm from Chippenham. Paul Gunner, big up. Game's gone a bit slow, I can't lie. Given away by Gabriel Magalhaes, although he does get the ball back, all the way back to David Raya, who smashes it long there. The game's gone a little bit quiet. We've got to be careful. Don't allow Newcastle to grow back into the game. Ben White, good ball into Odegaard. He's on the overlap as well, which we didn't see enough against Porto, but the ball's given away by Saka. And Newcastle have the ball back, given back to Karius. Hits it away with his left foot. Big up Peely, who said, I'm at work. And big up Dean Simon. He said, I'm going to see you in Philly in July. I might be there, bro. Philly. Meet Millie. Rocky Balboa settings. I'll be running up them steps, man. Big up yourself, Dean. Hopefully. Sure on Tour Part 3 in the US, you know. Coming to America settings, man. Akeem the Prince. Mimi said, Big C, can you shout out my sister? Big up you and the fam. Let's score the third goal now, Gunners, please. Jar, we pray. Come on, we need another one. Come on. Oh, how's he got away with that? Bruno gets the ball. 30 minutes left in the game. I have to admit, we look a bit tired. I think you're right, South London's finest. This is the control football. Here's Isak, though. Great first touch. Oh, my God. He sends Ben White to the shops, puts it over. Wow. I tell you what, that close ball control there from Isak was lethal. Look at the ball, Bruno Guimaraes. Great ball. Ben White gives him too much time. What a touch. Look at this little double touch. Woo! Sends Ben White for his dinner. The finish is poor. I actually think he should do better. Puts it over. But that was... I don't like the way we're playing. It's almost like we're saying to Newcastle, come and attack us a little bit. Nah, I don't want to see that. First off, we were absolutely dominant, you know. We're now, you know, allowing them to grow into the game. I know that you can't play like that for 90 minutes. LR said, Big C, shout out my wife Edna. Big up, bro. Big up, Edna. Big up the fam. Big up the Twitch gang locked in as well. We're playing a bit too relaxed. Here's Livramento for Newcastle. I think Arsenal need to make a change soon. I got to be honest. I think that travelling to Portugal, tough 90 minutes. They didn't travel back from Porto until Thursday morning. In fact, it's Newcastle making the double change. I would have liked to have seen Arsenal do it. Oh, Trossard is coming on. I bet he doesn't take Havertz. I told you. I knew it. And Martinelli looks a bit frustrated. I knew he will not take Havertz off. He just won't do it. He wants this guy to get every bit of game. And I'm not saying Havertz should come off, but I'm saying Martinelli looks a bit frustrated. You know, sometimes you don't want to be that player that constantly gets taken off. Be interesting how will Trossard play on the left, straight swap. David said, Big C getting married in Mexico next week. Me and my future wife, big fans of you and the Gunners. Big up, bro. I hope you have a great wedding. Great place to go and get married. There we go. Harvey Barnes comes on and Isak has come off. Almiron and Isak off. Murphy and Barnes on. I would like to think that makes them weaker. Isak's been out injured for a number of weeks. I did say earlier on, I don't see him having 90 minutes in the tank. I'm glad he's off. He looked a little bit lively. I'm a bit disappointed that Martinelli got taken off. I think sometimes, you know, I don't know. But hey, it is what it is. Listen, we haven't got a game for 9 days. Let's keep the boys fit. I haven't seen Trossard on the left for a little while, actually. Martinelli wants to stay on. He needs to do more. Neil said, big up Curtis. Can you please say hello to Tina in Dominica, one of your biggest fans. Tina Henry, big up. Saka needs to come off too. Well, Saka's doing well. Gets to the byline, cuts inside, and Saka scores! What are you saying, TT? Saka does not need to come off. That is Starboy tax. Bukayo Saka running down the wing. Saka. I do need to learn the words, don't I? I do, and stop mumbling. Oh my days. What a goal from Bukayo Saka. Gets on the right foot. That is the sauce that I have been asking for, Bukayo. And that is sweet chili. That is hot sauce. That is chipotle. That is brilliant from Bukayo. Great touch by Rice. Havertz will get the assist. Rolls it into him. Livramento goes on his right foot. Chop. Oh my God, what a goal. What a goal that is. I think he nutmegs. Does the shot nutmeg the defender? No, maybe it goes round. What a goal. Absolutely outstanding. Oh, bends it in the far corner. Saka, that is brilliant. That is magic. That's Arjen Robben. He is absolutely... Listen, I said it. I said it before. He might not be performing as well as he was last season in terms of the performances. But he's turning into that clutch player. And the amount of times I've watched Salah and thought, he ain't doing much, scores. You're like, that's what he's there for. This guy is becoming clutch. That's 13 league goals this season. You know, he's putting up numbers, man. I'd rather he put up numbers, to be honest. TT, man, jeez. What was that song about Kiki? Well, TT, man. I'm not going to put you in timeout, TT. But I believe you should go to the stairs, sit down, 3 minutes, consider your actions, get yourself back. You can apologise to him if you want. That's up to you, TT, but I would give it a few minutes. Just consider your actions. We all make mistakes. Anyway, Hype said, hey, Hype, big up. He's gifted a Curtis Shaw TV membership. Big up your damn self. Big up LSU. He's gifted another 5. We got 6 more members. Let's go. Welcome to the new members in the chat. Game, set, and match now. It's done. Straight sets. 6-love, 6-love, 6-love. Roger Federer. Hey, I'm a member. South London's Finest, yeah, has been a mod basically from day one, but never got the membership. And finally, the man gets a membership. Big up your damn self. Has TT actually commented since that? Probably not. I hope you have. Just run with the banter, bro. You just run with it. Don't feel like you need to hide. Just jump back in and laugh it off. Let's get to 4,000 likes, man. No messing about. What a goal by Saka. Sends Livramento back to Chelsea. What a goal. What a great goal. That's one of the best goals Saka's scored this season. Just so controlled. He's planned it. He's bent it in the far corner, man. It's a great goal. What a season. 13 goals, 7 assists, 20 goal contributions in 26 games, man. Oof. You add in that, he's got 3 goals, 4 assists in the Champions League as well. Absolutely turning into that clutch player. Trossard, left-hand side, gets away from Trippier, has a terrible touch. He's drunk again, and he's Stella or Trossard is back. He wins a corner. That touch, mate. Oh, my God. He took the Timberland boots from Lukaku on international duty. Crazy. Corner to Arsenal. Rio's still chatting-ish. Leave him to it, man. United lost at home to Fulham. He's probably fuming. Remember early in the season? Oh, I've lost that comment. I was going to read that. Is it this one? Remember early in the season we were in the middle of the pack for goals. Now we only trail Liverpool. We're cooking, exactly. Listen, corner. Declan Rice whips it in swinger, headed away at the near post. And he goes out for another corner to the Arsenal. 22 minutes to go. I said at the start of this second half, I want at least 4. Let's double up. You know, and hunt down that goal difference. It's important, man. Goal difference could be an extra point at the end of the season. Rice whips it in swinger, flicked on. It's in! And Arsenal have scored! The Kiwi is ripe! Jakub Kiwior, the twerk merchant, with his first goal for the Arsenal. His girlfriend might be more famous than him, but she has never scored on the famous Emirates pitch. Jakub Kiwior, remember the name, the Polish Maldini, scores his first goal for Arsenal. Big up Jakub. Great ball in by Declan Rice. 4-0 to the Arsenal. Game, set, and match. Flicks it on. Gets about 3 deflections. We don't care. Give him the goal. The Kiwi is well and truly ripe. We have smashed them. Absolutely smashed them. I mean, honestly, it hits about 3 Newcastle players, but I don't give a damn. I do not give a damn. We are now 1 goal behind Liverpool. That would level us as top goal scorers in the Premier League. We also now have the best goal difference in the Premier League as well. I mean, again, they're hating on TNT Sports. They're trying to say it's a Livramento own goal. Shut your mouth, Rio. Give the goal to Kiwior. Yeah, and let us enjoy ourselves. Yeah, because Iwobi cooked them lot earlier today. About own goal. Let him have the goal, man. Look, oh, Miley own goal. Nah, man, I'm giving it to Kiwior. I don't care what they say. 4-0, man. Polish Maldini, bruv. Poldini, they're calling him. Come on, man. Nah, man, give that to Kiwior, man. I don't care what they say. We're giving it to Kivior. Listen, you know what? You're spot on there. What a response from Arsenal. Yeah, a couple of days ago, look at the way we were playing. Here come Newcastle. That Porto performance was horrible. What a way to bounce back. And Newcastle are no mugs. Let's not play down the opposition here. Newcastle are not a bad team. Ball whipped in. Oh, this is a Newcastle that only lost 3-2 against Man City. They beat PSG earlier in the season. They've had some good results this year. They're no mugs. They beat Man United. They battered Chelsea. They beat us earlier in the season. They beat Man United again in the cup. So don't downplay it. We're not playing Burnley today. When this is a great result for Arsenal after what happened midweek. So listen, big up Arteta and the team. We needed this. LSU is back again. Every goal leads to more memberships. He's gifted another 5 Curtis Shaw TV members. I told you, we're going to all be members. Yeah, make sure your settings are switched on to enable you to be gifted. I want 5 now. I said I want 4, but I want 5. Big up LSU. He said, I keep my word for the community. 5 memberships per goal. Legend, bro. Compared to Wednesday, it's amazing. What a response. What a response. Great stream. We needed this. We desperately needed this. Triple change for Newcastle. They're waving the white flag. Bruno Guimaraes is off. He should have signed for the big club, shouldn't he? Should have signed for us. He's off. He's putting thumbs up to people. Joe Willock's coming on. He's been out for a while. Former Arsenal player. He'll be keen to prove a point. I'm sure he'll get a good reception. Dan Burns on. The sloth has made it on the pitch. And Jamel Lascelles comes on as well. I don't know who's coming off for Burn and Lascelles. I met Jamel Lascelles a few times when he was at Forest. Saw him out in Notts a few times. Botman comes off. The Newcastle fans don't even look bothered. I swear, they're just vibes in, aren't they? I don't know who else came off. I didn't even see the other one. They'll show us now. Guimaraes, Livramento got cooked by Saka and Botman. Willock, Burn, Lascelles. Yeah, let's get. I want another goal. Yeah, surely you use this to get Gabriel Jesus a little 10 minutes. Just get some minutes in his leg. Free kick to Newcastle. Ball whipped in. Rail, get that. Well done, fella. You ain't got a lot to do, but do it well. Oh, he's just kicked the referee on his back. Oh, ref, you denied us a good attack there, you bold Iniesta. Latte said, I said 4 goals. I got that pre-match feeling. Yeah, listen, I said it, bro. When I saw you saying 4-1, I said, bro, Latte don't hand out big scores easily. He obviously got confidence. I don't want us to concede, though. Need a clean sheet. But yeah, it's going well. It's going very well. Can we get another one? Let's get a 5th. Kivior finds Trossard. Ball still bouncing off him, but he's megged him, so looks like he's sobered up a little bit. Smith Rowe, Jesus, I want them to get a run out. Jason said, do you finally trust the process? Do you know what, Jason? My question always is, what is the process? When I get the answer to that question, I will tell you whether I trust the process. If the process is we're going to win the league or the Champions League, let's go for it. But until I know what the process is. Yes, 50. In the words of Lamar, right about now, I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50, bro. Smith Rowe's coming on. Brilliant. Yes, cheers. The second change, Eddie and Nketiah. No disrespect. What's the point? Gabriel Jesus been out for weeks. He's returned. He needs minutes. Maybe he's not fit enough to play. Maybe he's just on the bench for vibes. Odegaard is coming off. Well done, skipper! First 20 minutes, didn't like the way he was playing. Gave the ball away, took too long. Should have set up Odegaard. After that, started playing well. Nelson coming on as well. Bit disappointed Eddie's coming on over Jesus, got to be honest. Saka's coming off for Nelson. Smith Rowe's on for Odegaard. I'm assuming Havertz will come off for Nketiah. I reckon maybe Jesus is not fit enough to play. Are you fit, bruv? Come on, Smith Rowe. I'd love him to score. So, listen, sometimes players are put on the bench just to be on the bench. I don't think Jesus is fit. because I don't see why Eddie would come on over Gabriel Jesus. I think he's there for vibes. Nelson, listen, you got to take opportunities like this. 15 minutes, you might get 4 or 5 minutes added on. Potentially 19, 20 minutes. Nelson needs to make an impression. Callum said it, Curtis, if we get 6, I give you £5. If we don't, you shout me out. Callum, I shout you out. You don't have to pay, bro. Big up Callum Plays. Big up yourself. Member on the channel. You don't need to pay for that privilege, bro. Community settings. Just get the likes up. That's all I ask. 4.5k in the chat. Let's get 4,000 likes. We're winning 4-0 against Newcastle. Saturday night football, you know. Waneri's not on the bench. Obviously, we got a lot more experienced bench tonight. So none of the young players have got the opportunity. Can we get the 5th? I mean, Eddie's on. Here's Joe Willock driving run against Jorginho. Here's Harvey Barnes, left hand. I've always rated Harvey Barnes. That's a good ball in. He overhits it, though. It goes out. Just one of them players, Barnes. When he was at Leicester, I always thought he's always dangerous when you play against him. Definitely a good player. Declan Rice, man of the match, says Greeny man. Listen, man of the match will be a good conversation because I don't actually think any Arsenal player has had a bad game today. Training mode on. My man just said, Skipper, Skipper! That's why Curtis Shaw is the best channel. Gets the members involved regardless. Come on, bro. We're community settings here, bro. One more goal. We want one more. I'll be happy with one more. I'm not going to be greedy and say 4 more. Yeah, one more. 29 man of the match. Jorginho. I have to admit, for me, I think Jorginho has been fantastic. The Saka goal was brilliant as well. But, yeah, Jorginho, for me, has been an absolute key to this performance. But, you know, I don't mind. You could name anyone. Mikel's baby boy, yeah. Man like Eddie and Ketia. Commentator's curse. What happened? I actually didn't even see it as Jorginho had a stinker. Let's see what he did. Smith Rowe had a bit of a heavy touch then. Oh, I've missed it. Have I missed it? No, I didn't. I didn't even see it. But yeah, I think. Oh, Kivior man of the match. That's another good one. I feel like I want to give it to. I want us to give it to someone who doesn't get their flowers. Osman said, Big C, you listen to the new Gets album. I haven't fully listened to it yet, but he is elite. I was listening to his Daily Duppy yesterday. Was it banging? Of Curtis, nice hat. Big up yourself, bro. Curtis reads many messages. I try, bro. I know sometimes people in the chat go, you know, you didn't read my message. I read a lot, you know. I don't ignore people. Anyway, what we got left? 12 minutes. Can we get another goal? I'm delighted for Jakub Kivior, not just because he scored, even though TNT are hating giving it as an own goal. Listen, every game, even if he has a bad game, I start off by saying I don't want to be too critical of him because he doesn't play it. To come from Serie A and not one of the top Serie A teams, a mid-table Serie A team, to come to the Premier League, one of the hardest leagues in the world, and be played out of position against lively wingers, it's not easy. So I do have a lot of respect for Kivior and what he's doing, and he's a young fella, man. You know, he'll gain a lot of experience, and you know, I think there's probably a really good centre back there. To be honest, I'm not saying long term I want to see him playing at left back, but I don't look at Kivior and think, oh, he's a Rob Holding. You know, I do think genuinely there is probably a decent player there. You want to see him more in his own position to see the best of him, you know. Smash long looking for Eddie. Here's Smith Rowe. Come on, Smithy. Oh, it's blocked. Come on. Oh. Throw into Arsenal. Don't sell Smith Rowe, please. Yeah, he's got to prove himself. Listen, we're not a charity case. If he don't prove himself, I'm fearful for him. Alfred said his man of the match is Havertz. Goal assist to Saka, who's involved in winning a lot of ball back, even leading up to the goal. He was a menace. It's crazy, isn't it? Because you get an assist for you can give the ball to somebody 6 yards away. he can take on 3 players, bend it in the top corner. You get an assist for that. You didn't really help him create the goal, but obviously you did in a way because you did give him the ball. But yeah, Havertz in the running for man of the match. I'm going to be real. I'm more leaning towards Jorginho or Kivior, but definitely Havertz is in the conversation. His goal was very good. He missed a sitter, though. Missed a sitter, but let me give him his flowers. Goal and an assist as a striker, that's a good day at the office. So, but the goal hurt me a little bit. I can't lie. That was, what do they call it in boxing? A rib tickler. You know, when they get that punch in the ribs, it kind of, it hurt me a little bit. You know, missing that was a bit like, damn. So yeah, Jorginho or Kivior. I feel like the Kiwi is ripe, and Jorginho's been cooking. But Havertz has more goals than Rashford. I saw a tweet today from a Man United account saying that today was one of the worst performances of Rashford's career. I don't know if anybody watched that Man United game today, but apparently he was like strolling around the pitch. Not even trying to tackle people. I didn't watch the game. I don't know if that's true. But I saw a big account say it was one of the worst performances they'd ever seen from Rashford. And Bruno Fernandes. Somebody said something different as well. I can't wait to hear what Turkish has to say about how it's... Listen, I'm going to defend Turkish a little bit, right? He is a very passionate Arsenal fan. And he doesn't have an agenda against him. As much as... We've all been in the same thought process with Havertz. We all couldn't believe we signed him. We all couldn't believe we paid that much money for him. We was all sort of questioning how we're going to get him to perform in this team. And a lot of the criticism, okay, has been over the top, but he's also been bad at times. He has played well today, and I've got no doubt Turkish will give him his flowers. He's not that stubborn to criticise him when he scored a goal and an assist. The only thing you can say, he should have scored that one-on-one. You know, he should have scored the one-on-one. But he's had a very good game. He will get a high rating. I think as a club, we needed this game. We got a 9-day break. If we would have dropped points today, there would have been a terrible feeling around Arsenal after that Porto game. What a touch that is by Trossard. Great turn as well. Oh, he's done Trippier. Go on. Oh, I love that. Love that from Leandro. I think this has been one of the best performances of the season. Trossard, give it. Pass, man. Finds Jorginho. Oh, Nelson, good run. Jorginho's had a great game. Rashford's head is bloated. Somebody said, I see Ronaldo, he's playing with the ego of Ronaldo, Rashford. He needs to really, somebody needs to bring Rashford back down to earth. Say, bro, you're a boyhood Man United fan. You're a multi-millionaire. You grew up in difficult circumstances. You've managed to make it at one of the biggest clubs in the world, the club that you support. Oh, little break. Newcastle on the attack. Gordon trying to twist Gabriel. Dan Burn gets to the byline. Header, goal. Joe Willock. Joe Willock, it had to be. Latte, you should have put a bet on it 4-1. I'm going to be honest. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed about that goal. Look, Newcastle fans don't... do you know what? I rate Newcastle fans. They don't even look bothered that they're losing. They've got people with their tops off. I'm slightly annoyed with that. From the halfway line, how do they score? Look where Dan Burn is here. He's at the bottom of the screen. Reece Nelson. You're sleeping, Reece. Didn't track him. It's a great finish, Joe Willock. I'm a little bit annoyed. Man said Raya gets chipped again. I actually can't blame him on that one. That's a great finish from Willock. Bit annoyed we conceded. Listen, I'm not going to have a meltdown over it. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't ruin what has been a brilliant performance. It just gives them a little bit of, consolation. It makes it look like they didn't quite get battered as much as they did. They should have lost 5 or 6-0. Reece never tracked his runner. You're letting Dan Burn get in a 2v1 against Gabriel. Look, now Reece is tracking him. You should not let Dan... Look at Dan Burn marauding forward. Don't you go and concede another one. There you go. That's the real Dan Burn. Heavy touch goes out for a goal kick. I guarantee you Arteta will be annoyed with that goal conceded. 100%. Newcastle have not done anything in this game to score. Jorginho's down on the floor. He's got cramp. Bless him, the old fella. Remember after the Liverpool game, he missed the next game. The manager said he couldn't manage the next game. He was a write-off. Listen, like I said, goal difference is important. At the end of the season, that could be a game changer. You should not be conceding stupid goals like that. Newcastle fans are mad. Some of them have got their top off. It's freezing as well. So, yeah, listen, a little bit annoyed to concede. We switched off. Reece should have tracked him. And you're right, I mean, Haroon, I don't want to totally, criticise Reece Nelson, but one thing you can say about Saka, he defends well with Ben White on that right-hand side. We're making another check. El Neni! What's the point in that? Mohamed El Neni coming on, please. I think we've confirmed now, by the way, that Gabriel Jesus is on that bench for vibes only. He is not fit. There is no way on earth you make 5 substitutions and Jesus doesn't come on. He's not fit. Ross, Raya Nephews. He's been drinking Raya Nephews by the look of it. You can't blame him for the goal. Tiny Tim, Tiny David Raya. Rick said, Big C, how do I sign up to be a member? I was before, I can't remember. If you want to join as a member, it should be next to the subscribe button. If not, go on your settings, enable gifted memberships. Maybe one of them will be gifted to you, bro. Big up yourself. Husband, yeah, I read that one. Did you listen to Gets? I've heard some, not all of it. I read that one. David said 29 aside, why Shrek the Donkey ahead of Jesus? I don't think Jesus is fully fit. And let's be honest, listen, whether you're a big fan of 29 or not, he does offer goal threat. Jorginho coming off. I like the fact that Gabriel's getting the armband because I do see Gabriel as a leader in this group. Jorginho, listen, for me, I think he's had an absolutely brilliant game. He's had a fantastic game. Absolutely brilliant. What you need with a player like that is energy around him, runners, and with Declan Rice's energy, it makes him look good. El Neni, I still can't believe this guy plays for Arsenal in 2024. I just don't understand it. But, hey, stranger things have happened. Who else? I mean, look, again, Fabio Vieira's on the bench. So, again, is he on the bench just purely for vibes as well? He's been out for months. Surely you would have used the opportunity to give him... Oh, Tomiyasu's there in the background. Any chance of him getting in the squad? I think Jorginho's been man of the match. I'm going to be honest. Eddie is on the floor. Clash of heads. Is El Neni going to score? That would be funny. Give me the 5th. Come on, you Gunners. Jorginho, by the looks of it, man of the match. Gets man of the match from TNT Sports. And I do agree with that. I do agree. Jamie said, I swear I'm El Neni's only fan. You probably are. Mine said, Big C, I blame ESR for that goal. He doesn't track the run of Willock. And you know what? I didn't even look at that. I was just looking at Nelson not tracking Dan Burn. So, yeah, fair enough. Maybe he didn't track him because Joe Willock was unmarked. Sometimes when you're not fully fit, you're not playing every week, you're not switched on. You have to switch on, Had to be an ex-Arsenal player that scored, said Pat. It was always going to be Joe Willock. Was always going to be Willock. Hasn't played for ages, comes back. How do you enable receiving gifts? You have to go on your settings. And it's in there somewhere, Dre. Jorginho 2024, El Neni squad depth. Oh, it's crazy. You know what? I've noticed a lot of seats are empty. And I think because it's a Saturday night and it's, 9:45 at night here, I think a lot of Arsenal fans will be leaving now to try and get the trains and the buses and get to the car park. Where can I apply to be a mod? Yo, don't worry, bro. There's a couple inactive mods, so I'm going to take them off and I'll add some of the regulars, Don't worry about it. Waneri's not on the bench tonight. Obviously, we got a lot more experience on the bench, so unfortunately, no young players. Alfred said, why risk Jesus when you have 9 days before the next game? Coming on for 10 minutes will cause more harm than good. Won't get fit. Yeah, listen. Fabio Vieira now, Jesus, hopefully Tomiyasu, hopefully Zinchenko, hopefully Thomas Partey. You know, I'd like to think by Sheffield United away, those guys are all involved. Don said, Curtis, I'm furious with the goal we conceded. I am, you know, but I am disappointed with it. You know, it's took a bit of a gloss off the performance, but I'm just trying to focus on the fact we've put in a fantastic performance. Trossard looks ready and Ketia overhits it. It goes out for a throw-in. 4 minutes to go. 5 minutes added on. We're a minute in. Bro, imagine Vieira. What was that one? I missed that one. Where's that gone? How did I miss that one? The comment just flew off the screen. I'll come back to it. Cleared by Karius. Jorginho won man of the match. I think he deserved it. Who are you rooting for tomorrow, Chelsea or Liverpool? I mean, none really, but I'd rather Liverpool won. I don't really like Chelsea. I don't like any of them. They're rival, aren't they? But at least Liverpool have, you know, heritage. So I'd rather they won. Problems with the train as well, apparently, said Michael. Happiness, says J.A. Guna. Big up yourself. Here come Arsenal on the attack. Reece Nelson. Eddie's unmarked. Rolls it. It's blocked. Here's Smith Rowe. Yo! Cleared off the line. Are you fit, bruv? That was nearly the moment. He beat Karius, but they had a defender on the line. He knows he needed that goal as well, man. I am a big fan of Smith Rowe, man. I am. Maybe it's because he always gives me an interview in America, but he's one of our own, man. He's an Arsenal fan. He came through the system. 10 Premier League goals that season. I'm still clinging on to the fact that there's a player there, but yeah, he needs to prove his worth. That was unlucky. Left foot shot. Cleared off the line. Good clearance. Rice takes the corner short. Smith Rowe gives it back to Rice. Here's Nelson. Is it Bournemouth all over again? No, it's not. Tries to shoot. Saved by Karius. Great win. Liverpool and City are under pressure. That's all we can do. Stay in the race. Stay in the race. This victory puts us a point behind City, 2 behind Liverpool. Better goal difference than both of them, which is good. We got a 1 better goal difference than Liverpool and 6 better than Man City. You know, if you finish level on points, that's an extra point. You could win the league on goal difference. Claudia said, we need more gold stake. Big up from DC. Great show. Big up, bro. DC, man, I enjoyed it when I was over there, man. Nice city. Big up yourself, bro. Yeah, get the gold stakes ordered. Long ball looking for Eddie and Ketia. Woof. Oh, my God. He got wrote off. I don't know who that was. That Fabian Schär absolutely annihilated him there. Gordon tries to outrun Saliba. Not happening, bro. Not happening. Can't believe Dan Burn got an assist. I'm still fuming with that, honestly. That was stupid. Stupid goal. We got 2 minutes to go. Here's Smith Rowe. Go on, right? Go on. Go on, Smithy. Run him. Run him. Go on, lad. He's done him. He's put him on the floor. Go on, Smith Rowe. Here we go. Trossard. Pass. Loses the ball. Rice wins it back. Come on. Last minute winner. El Neni hit it. Barcelona throwback. Champions League. Can we get another one? Less than a minute to go. Ben White whips it in. Looking for Smith Rowe. He wins the header, but it goes out for a goal kick. Lewis, I eat bricks and stone and drink petrol. Yet Big C don't read my comments. There you go, bro. Eros said Anthony Gordon is still the C-Tech clear. Bolding, 100%. SM said Big C gets a day off the therapy couch. Yes, finally. Carlos said ESR is the most unlucky, almost goal scorer ever. He's challenging Darwin Núñez for the almost goal scorer. 15 seconds to go. Game's basically done. Stadium's half empty. Newcastle have possession. Referee counting down the seconds before full time. Newcastle on the attack. Trossard got megged. Full time whistle's going. There we go. Full time whistle goes. Arsenal 4. Newcastle United 1. Fantastic performance by Arsenal. 2 goals in the first half by Havertz. and an own goal from a Gabriel header. And then 2 goals in the second half. Bukayo Saka with a brilliant goal. And then a Kivior header. Jorginho was given man of the match. I would probably have given him man of the match as well. Kugler Pete, next member stream is on Monday. I'll let you know the details about that. Big up Harley. Can I have a shout out? Big up yourself. San said, Curtis, man, calm down. You're acting like a goal when it's just Raya kicking the ball. You get too excited. I'm bringing the excitement, man. Don't tell me to calm down. I'm hyped. Let's go. Saturday night business. J20 turned out to be of a gem from Chelsea. Reject. Yeah, listen. He's been good. I think you've got to pick and choose the right games for him. Get energy around him. God bless everyone. Raya played well today. Come on, you Gunners. Listen, we got the job done in the end. It was a comfortable victory in the end. What I will say is I want to big up the team. I want to big up the manager because, let me tell you, Wednesday was not a good night for Arsenal Football Club. Still a situation we can rescue ourselves from, but it was not good. The performance was damning. The fact we didn't have a shot on target, you know, it seemed like a naive performance. And today, that is how you respond. That is what we want to see from Arsenal. They controlled the game. The intensity in the first half was absolutely outstanding. Yep, second half we took our foot off the gas a bit. Maybe there was some tired legs because we'd been to Portugal in the week. Newcastle didn't play midweek. That game would have took a lot out of us. We have to build. We have to build on it now. We've got to go and beat Sheffield United. We've got 9 days off now. We don't play till a week on Monday against Sheffield United, who at the moment, I believe, are bottom of the league. You know, ultimately, they've been the worst team in the league this season. We need to go there and slap them up. We then play Brentford at home, needs to be a win. We then play Porto, second leg, need to beat them. Then it's Chelsea. Then it's the international break. Then it's Man City. A huge, huge run of games for Arsenal coming up. We have to use this 9 days to get Partey, get Zinchenko, get Jesus, get all of them back fit. I know Jesus was on the bench, but, you know, he didn't come on. Callum said, great win today for C-Unit. Dyche must be jealous of our form at the moment. I mean, they've been unbelievable. You know, I just can't predict what they're going to do, though. They go to Porto, they don't have a shot on target. Tonight, they couldn't miss the target. Unbelievable. Credit to Mikel. You know, to celebrate, I'm going to drink a pint of petrol, unleaded. And I'm going to have an early night because Everton drew with Brighton. Trixie said, good result. Bless the community. Celebrate. And MP said, we are cooking, Curtis. Let's get 9 points. We need the points. We need to win the league. We need to win the league. I say it and I say it now and I say it again. I don't want to know about next season. I don't want to know about the summer transfer window. I don't want to know about the war chest. I want to know about now. Forget next season. Win the league. Win the Champions League. Win one of them. Show us what you're made of. Learn from last season. You spent 230 million. Let's go again. Saka, big up yourself. At times you have not been as good as last season. I've been critical, but bro, 13 goals, 7 assists in 25 games is outstanding. He's going to score more goals than he scored last season. He might get more assists. Kai Havertz, big up yourself. 1 goal, 1 assist. Yeah? 1 goal, 1 assist up front. He's all smiles in the interview there. Big him up. I want him to do well. I want him to do well. Kivior, big up yourself. That is your goal. I don't care what they say. Playing out of position in a difficult league. Big him up. Well done. He's concentrated. Raya, good performance. Jorginho was outstanding today. Man of the match for me. They're playing Waka Waka. That's brilliant. That's shameless. But I'm all here for the shamelessness. Lots of good performances. There isn't a player in the Arsenal team today that played bad. Raya was solid. Ben White much better today. Pocketed Claire Boldin, a.k.a. Anthony Gordon. Kivior, excellent. Got a goal. Gabriel Saliba was superb. Rice, usual, brick wall. Jorginho, I thought, was brilliant. Odegaard got much better after the first 20. Saka, fantastic goal. One of the best goals he scored in a while. Martinelli was very good. Got a good assist. Havertz goal assist. Job done. Fantastic performance. Definitely one that we can enjoy. So, people, I'm out of here. Enjoy your Saturday nights. I'll be back tomorrow. Should be on Turkish's channel at 12 o'clock. Keep an eye on his channel because, sometimes we change it. Turkish and Curtis show, the OGs as we're going to call it, 12 o'clock. I will be doing Carabao Cup final watch along tomorrow. Liverpool against Chelsea. It'll be relaxed, laid back settings. Like LSU said, Man City's next 5. Before I get out of here, though, don't go yet. Don't go anywhere. We're not over yet. We're going to look at the league table, something we always do before we get out of here. I'm just looking. Oh, Chelsea-Liverpool's 3 o'clock kickoff. I won't go live an hour before kickoff. I'll go maybe half an hour for them because we're not that bothered as much. But we'll have a look at the Premier League table before we get out of here. This is what matters, of course, where we are in the league. And, you know, we're doing well. We're doing well, people. The goal difference is so impressive. Like, we've scored more goals than Manchester City. 3 more goals with Haaland, with De Bruyne, with all them robots. We're 1 behind Liverpool. We've got the best defence in the league. We've got the best goal difference in the league, plus 39. Look at that form now, last 5. 5 green ticks, 5 victories. You know, where's Chelsea? Yeah, they're on page 2 somewhere. Crew's excited because he's just seen it's Boston Celtics against New York Knicks, and he's a Boston Celtics fan. Hey, relax, man. Boston Celtics, Boston Celtics. Give me a review then. Give me a review. 4-1.
We played well. I'm not happy we conceded a goal though.
Should have kept a clean sheet, innit? What are you saying about Havertz? Is he gonna get there? Is he?
Nah.
You're meant to come on all positive, man.
60 million down the drain.
Kai Havertz scores again. You're a Boston Celtics fan, aren't you? I'm not a big fan of them, but
You're a Knicks fan.
Jason exactly. So we'll watch that later, innit? Big up. 9 days off. Sheffield United will beat them next, innit? Give me an early score prediction.
I think 5-0.
5-0. Clip them up.
Yeah.
Big up. We're gonna win the league.
Yeah. Come
on, let's...
Passion Merchant.
Passion Merchant, that's it. People, thank you very much for tuning in. Hit the like button on the way out. Appreciate your support as always. Subscribe if you haven't already. Carabao Cup watch along tomorrow. Arsenal back. Newcastle got smashed. Let's go. Bless.